Well, I'm here to piss off folks in the name of DZ. Hallelujah. What's going on, y'all? Let's check off who's in the building real quick. Samantha Morris is here. Alex C is here. Lynette Collier is here. Repudiated Black Woman is here. I like that name. Who else we got? Black Obsidian. Monahina. Who else? Chrislyn Perry, Patricia Love, hey boo. Geo Mai, is that how you say that? In the building. You Deserve Happiness Too is in the building. Somebody talking about Charles Ali. I wish she was in the building so we can baptize that lady. Sarah G, how you doing, babe? Mina Hughes. Kat, who already doing cartwheels in here?
Sorry, it's probably me.
I'm sorry. It's all good, girl. The truth is the truth regardless is here. Minty the writer is here. Cosmetic Chick, now. You already know what I'm fixing to say. You're going to see your shit across the screen at some point during this live. So, you guys are familiar with the Hotep bullshit and even some of the regular old corner Dusty bullshit. They got a tattoo of the lion on their forearm. They making an emblem because they starting a t-shirt business with their dusty ass. With a lion there. The lion emblem this. We the king of the jungle, the king of the jungle, or what have you. But see, that's not what it is. What it is those dusty sons of bitches identify with lions because lions ain't shit. Time to share this screen so I can show you some shit that is also some real shit. Share audio. Let's go. The title of this video is Why Male Lions Need Lionesses to Help Them Survive. Who that sound like? Dusties and Mammies.
Nakers and mammies.
All right, let's go. Now y'all gonna show this shit. You got me all the way fucked up.
As the future king.
Let's go back.
They were earmarked as the future kings of Akagera, but they've got a lot to learn. Notoriously lazy, male lions rely on the pride lionesses to navigate and bring home the bacon. Totally lacking survival skills, these two aren't ready to make it out here alone. The brothers call into the night to advertise their presence. Their roars echo for miles. 3 miles away, Shema replies. Throughout the night, they call to each other. And in the morning, Shema sets off to heed their roars. This time, she travels alone. She's in heat. And there's only one destination. Shema and Enduro rub heads. It's a positive greeting and an important moment. For Shema, it could mean a mate. And for the males, a useful hunter. As matriarch of her old pride, Shema would have provided for the young males. And true to form, now she wastes no time in setting off to hunt. Once again, she has no backup, but she's hungry enough for a solo attempt. Out in the open, Shema's got no cover to mask her intentions. But the innocent water buck doesn't recognize the smell of danger. It doesn't run. It's too good a chance to pass up. Shema has done it. She's the first lion to make a kill in Rwanda in 25 years. It proves she can survive here, even on her own.
What kind of dusty ass shit was that? Did any of that look familiar to you guys? That's how your community is set up. Notoriously lazy. Who's that? The hunter and breadwinner. Who's that?
Nakers and mammies.
And everybody else that opposes the setup is that poor water buffalo. That goddamn mammy will snap your neck behind his ass. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Jump in there, L.
Hey, everyone, all my fellow divestors in the chat. This is a very good topic that you're touching on because this topic is one of the reasons why what that made me divest. I don't like feeling like, well, when I was in Blackistan, I used to feel like I had to do everything and think for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
because the men were they were never intelligent. I never met a man that was as intelligent as me, or or just, as resilient as I am. So I'm so glad you are talking about this, because this is the Black society in real time.
Notice now, they love lions. They didn't pick a penguin. Why? Because male penguins select a mate and they're there with them for the rest of their lives.
Mm,
They pick one mate until the day they die. That sounds like hell for a Dusty.
mm.
It sounds like pure D hell. Welcome to the panel, JoJo. Too Salty, how you doing?
Hey everybody.
Hey, JoJo.
The
Add
thing
to it.
about lions is, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't lions have sex with like so many, like what? Because they don't just mate with one lioness, to my
No,
knowledge.
absolutely not. They mate with everybody they want to mate with. And here's the kicker. They also are allowed to kill the lion cubs that are rejected by the father.
What?
You understand what I'm saying? So the lioness presents this lion cub to this dusty ass lion. If the lion rejects it, he's allowed to kill it.
Mm.
Okay?
Just like Blackistan.
All day long. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't go to work. You can't go anywhere else without you looking in the paper and seeing that somebody done fucked up one of these women's kids.
Hmm.
That's what it is. Too
What a
Salty, jump in.
coincidence. What a coincidence.
Too Salty, you still there?
They're considered king of the jungle, right? They have all this ferocity. They're known for certain things, just like Dusties. They want to be king of something without putting in any of the work. They like that title and name only. They don't like putting
Did
in
you
the
see?
work. They don't like
Did you see
going
how
out
she
hunting for
came
the
up and tried to
food.
ask what that dick do? You seen the mammy lion smelling his ass? It's just like Blackistan.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Y'all
a
hear
hot
me?
ass mess. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I was saying, just like lions are known as king of the jungle, all this ferocity and they don't really put in the work. Same with Dusties. They want to be king of something and not put in the work at all.
Oh, they can't. They're slow. They're spectrumized. Okay. Welcome, sunshine. I swear, y'all be doing some cartwheels and shit. And then when I say your name, you be like, oh, you talking to me? Sunshine, you still there? All right, let me let Dr. Nefertiti up here. What's going on, baby girl? Dr. Nefertiti? They doing musical chairs. Let's try this one. What's going on, Bree? All right, I'm gonna start talking over y'all. Y'all know I can go. Y'all know I can go. Jump in, L.
Well, hmm.
DV, I'm gonna head out so you can let some other people on who might have.
Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me? Can you hear me?
You're back now. I can hear you now.
Oh, hey, child, they call all kind of mammies and shit in your group today. Because I talked about accountability and women. And the
Turn your camera
lioness
off.
works.
Turn your camera off.
Oh, girl, I ain't scared of nobody. That's what the fuck I am. I'm out here in track
All
practice
right now.
in Tampa, Florida. I don't run from shit. Not even the people talking shit about me in that group. But the point is,
You
the
got a
women
lot of
lie.
wind.
Let me stop walking. The point is, a lot of women, they work. That pride is mostly women, and they let that nigga be sorry for up to 17 seconds and not feed them, and they will die by his side. It is the same exact thing in the community. That's why I say the most dangerous thing to black children is a black mother, but she is the gatekeeper to their salvation, their happiness, and their death.
Dr. Neff,
And
you breaking up so bad, baby. It's
okay,
real bad.
is it real bad? Hold on, let me take my
Yes,
thing off.
it's disastrous.
All right, let me take this off. Let me go to my regular. Is it still there?
It's horrible.
Okay,
It's
the process I'm out
horrible.
here. I'm out here in nature with my daughter, getting ready
Oh,
for track
okay.
practice. So I'll listen in, but if you can't hear everybody who mad at me and talk shit about me, I done pulled niggas off of women. I done had guns pointed in my face, and I done seen black women die freaking next to me because they refuse to leave.
She is breaking up horribly.
It's
Yeah, it's
all
horrible.
Dr.
good. I'm just sitting on mute, put me on mute, and I'll come back later.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything she was saying. It sounded like she was being real choppy. Real choppy.
Yeah, it sounded like she was underwater and blowing bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Lexus
Yeah, the reception's
Exodus
pretty
is in
bad.
the chat. Oh my gosh, I effing love her. I wake up in the morning with her theme song in my head, for real.
I love her too. She's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is, and
She is a sweetheart.
she's very intelligent and intuitive, and she has a beautiful voice too. I like her voice.
She does. She does. I love Lexus Exodus. But yeah, the Blackistan really mirrors
She does. Well, ladies,
a
I
lion
have to
pride.
run.
Who is
Okay,
it?
go ahead.
Who was that? Somebody? Who was
Somebody said they had to run.
that? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I was just saying it resembles a lion
Not
pride.
saying I have to run. Yeah, I had to run, but I'll be listening through YouTube.
Okay, she got a lag going on.
Uh-huh.
She got a real bad lag going on. But that's why they like lion tattoos, king of the jungle ass bullshit, because it allows for them to be fucking lazy. They don't have to provide anything. I mean, that's their spirit animal. So I can see why, that's their favorite goddamn shit. And when I found that out, I actually started hating lions.
I don't like them anymore neither. Now that I really know what's what, because I never really took any time to really study, like what they really actually, who does what the male lion does, what the female lion, but now that I know, I mean, first of all, I'm very shocked at the coincidences. It's just very interesting to me how it exactly mirrors the Black community. It really does.
It's kind of
Really
creepy
does.
if you think about it.
It is scary, and it's weird.
Yo, go JoJo.
My thing about it is he's just still laid there. Like they literally said, if this works out, she gets a mate and he gets a hunter.
He comes out best in the deal. It's
Mhm.
literally exactly the same thing. It's almost like a goddamn joke. It's almost like a joke. He gets somebody that's coming up sniffing his ass, getting his food. He gets to eat first, okay, and then he get to kill her fucking kids if he don't like them. That's Blackistan all over the damn place.
Blackistan to the T.
Yeah, it is. We were actually talking about this earlier. There was a woman who literally posted to TikTok saying, after what I seen that cracker do to that black woman, I will, what she say? She said, I want to go back to black men. Please forgive me and I will abide by the
Wait.
rules.
What
Oh,
happened?
yes. Somebody had posted, who was it? Somebody had posted a photo, like a screenshot from TikTok of a black woman saying that she will go back to black men and abide by their laws.
What?
Oh, I gotta see this shit. You please send me that damn link.
Hopefully it's still in the chat and we can just go back and screenshot it. If it's not, I'm gonna just ask her to like send it to you.
Okay.
But yes, it's real. And we were in there just having a conversation about it. I was like, girl, how desperate do you have to be?
That's like sitting down on the toilet, taking a shit, and then turning around and eat it. I'm dead serious. Getting up off your ass and turning around and putting your mouth on that shit face first. And I know y'all got a visual of that shit. That's pretty bad.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting and so accurate at the same
And
time.
there are so many women in the chat confused. Yes, she said, I will abide by the laws.
Who
I
said
swear I'm
that?
not kidding.
But who said? I'm trying to see.
I
who
don't even
said
know her name because there was a different
Wait,
woman
what?
that posted it in the chat earlier.
I can't wait to see this shit. And then I'm gonna go ahead up under my account and ask her to come in come up on here because I haven't baptized a mammy properly yet, but she sounds like a real good candidate.
And for
Yeah,
the
because
woman
she in
who
the
said it,
wrong
yeah, clearly
place.
she didn't leave.
She in the wrong place.
Yeah.
She in the wrong place. Cause
I don't,
yeah, she
exactly. I
is in
don't
the
know what
wrong place.
video she saw, but she saw some type of video of a white man doing something to a black woman. It's like, after seeing that video, I want to go back to black men. Okay.
Girl, bye then. Bye.
I
Take
can't
take it
imagine a
back.
scenario where I would form my mouth to say, because that wouldn't be accurate to begin with. You gotta be with a black man first to go back to him. But I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
Mm.
I couldn't imagine. That's literally my nightmare. I'd rather hold a snake on my lap, a poisonous snake, than to go out to dinner with a black dude. Bree, are you able to talk now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, hon.
Oh, I just got off work. What happened?
We was talking about how Dusties like lion tattoos, lion emblems, the animal lion altogether because they are exactly like lions. Lions don't have to hunt. The lionesses do it. They don't have to practically do anything. And if they don't like the lioness's cubs, he can kill the cubs if he wants to.
Okay.
Also, they mate with multiple lionesses, like multiple.
Yeah, he
I
controls the
also
whole
think
pride.
like I also think that I think male lions are perceived as the alpha males of the animal kingdom.
I'm trying to
So
figure
it's
out
almost
why.
like I don't know why, but that's the perception. And I think because black males are so dusty and beta that they try to live vicariously through animals,
Oh
like the
yeah.
lion.
See, but
So
when we call them apes, they get upset. Listen, either you're an animal or you ain't, punk bitch. I don't like either one of them. To be, if you want to keep it all the way real, Jesus Christ, that
That is
makes them out as much sense. So really, the lionesses are the king slash queen of the jungle, and the stupidest motherfuckers ever. They can gang up and beat that lace front off that damn lion. Oh, it look like a lace front, y'all. Yeah,
and since you said something, that's what that does look like, though.
it does. They just like that. It mirrors it so bad that you can't make this shit up. They got that man weave sitting up there, laying on their ass, waiting for somebody to bring them an antelope or some shit. Get your stupid ass up and feed these kids, nigga. But it ain't gonna never happen. So, what the hell am I talking about?
No, it's not gonna happen. These black women trying to make these black men do anything is ridiculous to me.
Are they about as stupid as the lionesses? I really, really, really hate that it's like that. One thing that came up in my mind when I was watching that video earlier is Nature Boy.
Ugh, yeah.
Yes, tell me why I forgot all about him.
ugh,
He is just disgusting.
He
This
really is,
man,
honey.
this man lacks the ability to function in the world properly. Like you, first of all, it's a whole cult. Secondly, you have these people bring their money that you live off of until it runs out. You running from country to country and getting kicked out. Another thing, you are having sex with multiple women. It's rumored that some of them got STDs.
Oh,
You got
that's
all
no
these
rumor. It's
kids.
I think
real.
all of them do.
Yeah,
All
they
of them
do.
have
What?
STDs.
Go ahead.
One of his baby mamas got up there on a video and she said that Nature Boy cured her herpes. I'm like, what? Okay, what did he do? Rub some watermelon skin on I mean, what are you talking about? It's ridiculous, girl. I saw him jump his ass on a walkie-talkie with his feet up on a table. And he said, one of you bitches bring me a vegan taco. He had one in less than 30 seconds.
Wow.
I don't know how they
And he
do it.
just call them he call them bitches straight like that.
Especially when he get drunk, because you know, with him being so
Yes.
naturefied and all, he get drunk as fuck on a regular basis, and he really dogs them girls out. And I honestly used to feel sorry for them, but they
I
have
never did.
access to. You never did. I did because they were
I did.
young. I get disarmed by
Eh,
younger girls because we was all young before. But today I don't, because everybody's telling you that this is some bullshit, so you need to knock it the fuck off.
I'm young and I'm not that stupid.
Girl,
That's a
Okay,
fact.
I'm 24 years old. I refuse. I
right.
refuse to go join a cult with a dusty nigga like that. Oh no, 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 no.
I can't take it serious at all because I seen him let a white man jack him off. I was done.
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
when?
So when
Girl,
y'all get up
no.
off this live, if your history on your searches don't mean nothing to you, type in there Nature Boy on Pornhub.
I'm
Okay?
about to look.
There.
Oh, wait. I don't think I want to see that.
Okay, well let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, he was role playing with this old white guy. The white guy was a doctor, and he was supposed to be some sort of collegiate athlete, getting a physical. It
Wow.
got real disgusting. So when people confront him on his lives about him letting a white man jack him off, he get real defensive and nasty. And later on that night, he treat them girls like shit, trying to get his place back because he looked like a punk doing that shit.
Well, he was. He was one. But see
Okay,
that
so
that goes to how they are. Like they have no filter, no cutoff point. They will go however far they need to go in order for them to be pleased. That's why you can never trust them.
look, a lucky black girl just said in the chat that a Becky just admitted on what was it, TikTok, she said that she gave a whole bunch of black dudes herpes. Now let me tell you the other
I've
part of
seen
that
that. Yes.
story, right? The other part of the story, they had a little attack dog, a black female attack dog
I
that went to
saw
go
her.
beat her up on camera.
I saw her. So they like when you're masculine when you fighting for them. Ain't that something?
Mhm.
All of a sudden, being a masculine bitch is not a problem when you fighting snow bunnies that done gave them the herp, chlamydia, and gonorrhea. She said she had all three.
Yeah, and it's like, and there's a masculine woman, like she's very like aggressive when she be trying to give black women advice on how to date black men and whatnot, and they love her because she talks just like them. I forgot her damn name. What's her name? Dorothy, something with a D.
Hmm.
And she is so damn aggressive when she's giving, like she is aggressive. She's everything that got a body full of tattoos, all of that. But because she got black male talking points, they let her slide.
Yeah, they won't wipe her
They
ass
want you
up
to
though.
be masculine when it suits them. You know, if you want to be on the front lines for them, march for them, fight for them, protect them, that's when they really like for you to be masculine.
The way that masculine mammy beat up that snow bunny, the way she was doing, that's a felony. The way she was doing it, she was hooking that girl. She was beating the stamps off. She was beating the brake pads off that girl.
It was too cringy. I couldn't watch it. It was way too cringy. I wish the fuck I would. I wish I would. I wish I would try to fight you for them being stupid. I wish I would. Girl, I don't got time for that, nor do I have energy. Put on a
I don't.
condom.
I don't care what they do. They don't need to put their dick in nothing. Stop the madness. Just put the thing away and stop polluting the earth with the little bastards that you don't want. You
Cut the
don't
thing
want them.
off.
For real, I can hear the
Cut it off.
I could hear the sound effects. I didn't watch it, but I can hear it. Like I walked away from my phone, and she was beating the brakes off that bitch.
She was. She was. And the thing is, they would never do anything like that for her. What they did with the Jason Pope situation was clown the little girls that he infected. They laughed their ass off. I mean, they was belly laughing about that shit.
Yes, they said that they deserved it. These men wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. And if they would piss on
Right.
you, then they'll blame you for getting caught on fire.
Right.
It is a literal double-edged sword.
And then blame you for smelling like piss.
And then when I
Something
found
is wrong
out,
with them.
thank you. And then when I found out that they were out here just raw dogging these Beckys and catching all of these STDs, I'm like, oh, I'm so surprised.
Girl, that's
And
what
you
they
know they
I
don't
couldn't even
go get
convince
tested.
myself.
You know they don't get tested. They don't go to the doctor. They actually avoid the doctor because they know they're dirty.
They want to be dirty because y'all at Walgreens, they sell a instant test for HIV and all that kind of shit. So
Mhm.
you can't wait a couple seconds to see what comes back if you still gonna get in a bed with these goddamn animals. Really? No impulse control in Blackistan on either side.
No, they really don't. They have absolutely no impulse control whatsoever. Everything got to go back to sex. Everything is about sex. They have no control over themselves, and then wonder why don't nobody respect them.
Welcome to the panel, Island Girl.
Hey DC, hey y'all.
Hey,
Oh my god, I hate lions now. I'm
me
gonna
too.
like I'm legit about to start skipping through on like Nat Geo and shit when they come on the screen. Like it's just so wild how it the correlation between lions and Blackistan. Like you she literally looks tired, like a tired mammy. Going out all day working hard, coming home to this nigga on the couch while he's you know, in this open space or whatever. And it's like basically all he's providing is dick, just like a male ape, basically. And then, not to mention, it's kind of like that's what a lot of Black women convince themselves, like the dick is worth it. I mean, they could do all this shit, but as long as that's what he's providing, they're good with that. And it's embarrassing.
Girl, I'm
Somebody,
telling you, I used to feel bad for these Black women coming along, waiting on their knight in dusty armor. But no, I don't feel bad for you no more because you got all. I'm so serious. I'm dead serious. I used to be there. I used to have the Stockholm syndrome. But come on, now it's all up in your face, and you still acting like they're not. You still acting like they're not at the bottom of the totem pole. You're still acting like they don't act like women. They are some catty ass bitches, and y'all are sitting here trying to fight over them. Girl, please, you can have them. I'm not gonna fight you.
Not to mention, they're called the king of the jungle, and just like Blackistan, the men are called the king for whatever reason of Blackistan, which is a literal jungle. And how they came up with the name, no kingdom, no nothing, just they get that title based on sheer existence.
them sons of bitches say no weapon form against them shall prosper. Shit, ask the cops. Ask the cops. They got one.
Hey, Darius.
They
And thank
are the
you, Patricia
weapon.
Love. Yes, her name is Dorsey. That masculine ass woman, her name is Dorsey.
The one that beat up Snow Bunny.
The one that be trying to tell Black women how to get a Black man.
Oh, how to turn
Did
around.
she have a bonnet on?
Sometimes she might have a bonnet on, a blonde wig. It all depends
Did
on
she
what
have a
Dusty be
bonnet
saying.
on when she went to fight that girl?
Oh no, I think that girl had on a hoodie. The girl who fought Becky, I think she had on a hoodie. Yep, she had on a hoodie.
And a wife
Oh,
beater, it looked
okay.
like. She
So
she had on a
she
wife
was
beater. She was getting it in. And I guarantee you, $100 to a bucket of shit. If it was one of y'all getting in
So,
some sort of issue with somebody, she would not help you. Those male identified women will not help you with shit.
right.
hence why I don't give two shits about them. They're just as bad as fucking apes, and they're even worse. They're just basically Thai roaches with vaginas, literally.
Like I said, I no longer feel bad for memes. I no longer feel bad for them because, girl, the information is out there. A basic search. I bet you if you type in your search bar right now, Black women, you'll see a whole bunch of videos from so-called men just bitching and moaning all day.
Yeah, that's all I see when I type in Black woman. It doesn't matter whether it's Google, YouTube, or whatever. These Dusties have made it to where the algorithm takes them to somewhere negative when you Google Black women.
Yeah.
And no matter the search engine, it could be Bing, Yahoo, it doesn't matter. Type in Black woman, you're gonna get some crazy ass bonnet-fied shit coming back.
Exactly. Like I don't know if you noticed, DZ, like Shanti went
Did you say
viral.
bonafide?
Yeah, bonnet-fied.
I refuse to go outside of my
That's
bonnet.
hilarious.
Absolutely not.
Hilarious means you're killing me and hilarious at the same fucking time, by the way, whenever you hear me say that.
No, it's so stupid.
Shout out to my mods, y'all. I went back and I was looking at some of the chats, and y'all don't play no damn games. Y'all don't be with the shits at all. Sometimes before I can even see some of the shit, it's gone. It's gone.
Shit, I miss it. I miss all the stuff.
And speaking of wrenches, y'all, you know, if you new to Patreon, I owe you a wrench. So put your URL in my inbox on Patreon and I got you. Ask anybody, you'll have it before the end of the night. So I'm looking in the chat right now trying to find me a mammy because I'm in a mood for baptism around this bitch.
I'm sure they don't want to be saved though.
I'm finna
Oh,
look
they
at
don't want to be pointed out. They don't want to be pointed out.
because they know they look stupid as fuck. It's too
Cause they
many
don't got
receipts
no
out here.
arguments. Like that clip that
I don't
Miss
think I
Archduchess
don't
had
know.
showed on her channel of that couple or that so-called black love couple going in on divestors as they would call it.
That was another
The
bitch
one
with
with
a bonnet
the
hat on.
cat.
Girl, just
Showing
one
how
dumb
all
She got the
argument
beanie
after
on.
another.
That one.
This is what she said. She said, I can never go date somebody because I think they're better than. No, we're better than black men and we're better than you. That's what it is. We're better than you. I'm not gonna sit here and humble
Right.
myself. Bitch, I am better than you and you can't sit here. Oh well. Fuck you mean? I'm not gonna sit here and humble myself because you think I worship white men. Bitch, I
Well, they
worship
don't
she
have a
you.
doesn't even look
problem.
black.
They don't have a problem with you worshiping black men, and black men are your number one predators. So they need to make a point. It doesn't make any sense. Welcome, sunshine. Is your shit working now, baby girl? Oops. She's still messed up in the game. Sunshine, if you don't understand, you on mute, babe. Yeah, she's still on mute. But with all this information being out here and you still doing what you're doing as a mammy, it looks really, really dumb. And I got 474 people in here, and I know at least 100 of you are mammies. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be on here covering your story because I will if you don't get your shit together. If you get your shit knocked off, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roast you, and then I'm going to roast him. So go ahead and jump that fence and get on this side. Okay?
I don't know. I gave up because look at how these mammies currently going hard for that drug dealer who has apparently 180 page rap sheet. They're fucking marching for him that he just got killed
See,
by
I
a cop.
haven't even
But
heard of this
the
one.
poor little girl, yeah, the little girl that got killed, they're like, all of a sudden everyone's like, well, that's a clean shoot and that's that. But I'm like, somebody made it a point to say, look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He was taken in with no issue and he claimed self-defense. She had a knife in her hand because she's literally fighting for her own life. But no, the black community literally don't give a fuck. And all we do, we march for criminals and the world sees it. And then literally probably by summer, these cops are not going to give a flying fuck about protecting this community.
I'm glad you brought up them bringing up if she were white, if this person was black, if this person was white. Y'all, I'm getting ready to say something that's going to be really unpopular. That system, this country was built by white folk. So it serves white folk. So the fact that it
Right.
does not serve black folk, look at your nearest Dusty and ask him why you haven't built me a system that protects me like it protects her. Where is it?
Exactly.
No, that's
Like
not
I
gonna
don't.
happen.
That's one thing I don't get. Like if I were to invent something or build something, I own that shit. Like I have the ability to.
Hold on, you're
You
breaking
going
up.
in and out.
With
You
like,
going in and out, babe.
okay, what about now?
You're good now.
Okay. No, I was saying like if I were to invent something or build something, I own that. I call the shots. I make the rules. Even with like software companies like Google, Microsoft, YouTube, who built that? White men. So they have the autonomy. They have the ability to call the shots. I don't know why black people get mad about that. Did you build it? No, shut up.
Thank you. Thank you.
They get mad because they want to be the boss but don't want to pay the cost to be the boss.
Well,
Plain
they
and
ain't got the
simple.
money,
Black
first of
men
all.
don't do what it takes to run shit. They want us to run
Right.
it and then step up and take all the praise. That's what they want.
Fucking
Listen to
They
pathetic.
me
don't want
real
to
quick.
build anything, but they want to be the president and CEO.
It's the
How's that
metaphor
work?
goes as such, okay? In my house, when my husband comes home, I say, "Hey babe, how you doing?" Cuz that's my husband. So somebody I've invited over here who happens to be a woman, what the fuck would she look like when my husband come home saying, "Hey babe, how you doing?" This is not their shit. So you don't live by the same rules. And instead of shouting in white men's faces about what you don't have, you need to talk to your Dusty, or you can divest. That's the only two things you got. Otherwise, you just gonna look stupid out here. Continue to look stupid out here.
And I agree wholeheartedly. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna sit around and yell and scream at you and complain, bitch, and moan and cry about what I don't have because you don't want to be a man, because you don't want to build anything. You don't want to do anything. No, I'm finna go find me a man that's building, that wants to be a man. The hell I look like being the woman and the man in the relationship.
They don't
I would
mind.
be bald by 34. No.
They don't mind. That's why they be having strokes, getting their feet cut off and shit. Be demented by the time they 60. High blood pressure, high blood sugar. I mean, it's horrible. And then the bitch gonna make hamburger helper and garlic toast later.
I'm done.
The fuck you doing?
There's like no accountability. Like they look at divestors and they say, "Oh, you're either a self-hating bitch or you just simply want a white man." And I'm just like, "No, we want a better life, and clearly we can't go to you for it. You literally provide nothing." And instead of like holding themselves accountable and saying, "Well, maybe I should probably start getting educated, work, own some shit," no, they just say, "Fuck y'all. It's all about the white man this, the white man that, and that's it." They have absolutely no solutions for anything.
They never will. Welcome to the panel. Happy 16.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad to see you.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, but let's get into this topic here today.
Hit it.
I'm so sick and tired of them equating everything to whiteness. It's obvious that y'all are obsessed with whiteness. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because that video that was going around, it was done in like the 60s. It was a black woman talking to these Dusties, and they were basically telling her because she wants to have a safe environment for her kids, or to have an education or a good paying job, that was to be like white people. I'm like, y'all are so dumb. You're so narrow minded. You equate everything to whiteness because to you, you feel inferior to these white people. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I really want to talk about that girl who was shot in Chicago. That was really sad. And I
The
don't know
baby
if y'all,
girl, the 7-year-old.
yeah, the 7-year-old girl, the video of her dusty, trifling, just trifling, dusty, disgusting dad on live talking about, I wouldn't die for my baby, but I'll die for the boys. I saw that shit yesterday. I could not believe my ears.
He said what he said. And I like when it comes out of dusty ass mouth so
Hold
that
on,
people
wait.
can't say
Y'all,
that you making it up.
People
well,
can't
hold
say
on,
that you're
wait.
making up. This
What did he
motherfucker
say?
said that shit out his mouth, verbatim,
What did he?
word for word. He
Hold on, wait.
said,
I'm
I would not die for my baby, but I would die for the boys. And you know what? The little girl got 6 shots. I don't even want to start crying on here. That little girl died in pain, and that really hurts because she did not deserve to die like that.
Yeah,
And
L, she said that he said that shit with he said it
he
clearly. There
said
was no
that shit
misunderstanding.
with his
so
whole
so.
I
chest.
wasn't
What
shocked
was
that he
somebody
said it.
asking him? What? I mean, what?
I don't know what the context of the video was, but despite the context, you don't say shit like that. Your child it hasn't even been a week, and she died so traumatically. 6 bullets, really?
He doesn't come off
Hell
as a grieving parent to me. He does
He's
not
not
come
Wait,
off
the
as a
dad
grieving.
said
he
that?
don't care. He don't care.
yes.
The father, if you can
A
even tag him
woman,
that.
a woman said that he probably used her as a shield,
He did use
and
her
I
as a
wouldn't put it
shield.
past him. After that statement being said, I wouldn't put it past him. It wasn't me
Oh
who
my
made that statement, but there was a
god.
divested woman who said that. I think she in the chat somewhere. I don't remember her name, but she said since she got the most shots, he had to have used her as a shield.
He
Yeah, because
definitely
they would
used
have
her
had
as a
to have been
shield.
shooting at that
Yeah.
baby. They would have had to been shooting directly at her for it not to be him using her as a shield. I agree.
Yeah,
He
I thought
definitely
that
used
was
her as a
odd that
shield.
he. Oh my fucking god.
This
Yo,
motherfucker, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm really
no,
pissed about
it's
that
fine. I'm
situation
actually quite disgusted.
because this dude is walking around here with a fucking crutches and a limp. on TV crying and boohooing, and then all these women are surrounding him and crying and shit. I'm like,
Girl, he
he's
fake
the reason
crying.
why
That's
this
fake.
little girl is dead. This
All
little
that
girl
shit is
got
fake.
6 bullets. This dude only got 1. He's the
Because he
one
don't
who
care.
decided to disrespect a different gang, but the little girl is dead.
He is not grieving. He is not grieving, and he don't feel bad. And in his mind, it's one less child that he got to be worried about that he probably wasn't even worried about for real in the first place.
Yeah, don't one of them
Exactly. He
weekend
probably was
daddies.
relieved. He probably was relieved that she died, so he didn't have to pay child support.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ooh,
Somebody got some
they
background noise
got
that's
on
real
that.
heavy. Okay, now it stopped. Wonderful. But yeah, he said that without even blinking. He was like, I'm not fixing to die for my baby, but I will die for the guys, is what he said. You know how people from Chicago say guys instead of guys? Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Should I be
His
surprised?
love is
Should I be surprised that that's what he said?
No,
I can't tell
absolutely
you how
not.
many shootings went down in my city solely because of arguing like females. And how so many people, including myself, because I was very close when those shots rang out, lost their lives. Either lost their lives in crossfire or almost lost their lives like me. I literally ran in that girl's apartment and I stood there, terrified to go back to my car so I could drive myself home. I literally drove home in between my front seats because I was afraid of getting my head blown off trying to get to my house.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. Welcome
Hi,
to
can
the
I make a
panel,
comment?
Gold Digger. Yes, indeed.
Um, I heard what Dr. Hi, everybody. This is a Minty, by the way.
Hey, I'm Minty.
hi
How are you?
everyone.
Hey,
Hi.
okay. I heard what Dr. Nefertiti said.
How? It sounded like she was falling down a flight of
I
stairs.
I have no clue, but I heard what she said.
Okay, what happened?
She was saying the same rhetoric most mammies say. Sorry I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it, mammy. She said the gatekeepers of the problems in the community are the women. That's what she
Is
was
she even a
saying.
real doctor?
Girl, they get that from the men calling themselves doctors and professors and they ain't even finished high school. And that's no
Right.
shade to her. I don't know the woman. I don't want to come at her. Like, I'm not trying to come at her. But I'm just saying that that's what she was saying.
That women
But
are the gatekeepers of the violence in the community?
right. But I don't know if she didn't get to finish, but but she's talking about the mammies. We know that already.
Oh, yeah,
But that's what she
definitely.
was trying to say. She was trying to say that the woman was the problem. And what she was saying in the beginning was, y'all talking about the lions, but I've seen women, I've seen women that allow men to just be nothing. But that's the problem. Like, these are men. Why does it matter what a woman is? Let me calm down. Because that's what she was saying. I wish she would have finished. I wish she would have finished because that's what she was saying before her
She
shit.
got a
See,
PhD in bigotry.
but here's the thing about mammies, everybody. Do we all not ever notice how they stand out like a sore thumb? They loud as hell. They are loud as hell. Okay, no offense to anybody. Their weight is a certain look. They have a certain look.
Always got
And
a headscarf on.
yes, always have the headscarf on. And they always come into these spaces riled the fuck up. And it'd be like, yo, nobody even is fighting outside. We chilling. It's not that kind of environment. She doesn't even recognize the environment that she's in.
Well, here's the deal. If you have to teach a man how to be a man, you're not dealing with a man. I don't care if the women in the community are acting an entire ass. As a man, you're supposed to come in and straighten that shit out. And I'm talking about not by violence. You're supposed to be building and leading by example and helping raise the little ones in the community. If you're not doing that, you are not a man. That's just point blank, period. So when people try to skip over the men in the community and just, yes, some women have some fault. I hate the way these mammies raise their sons because they raise some animal. But that is not the only reason that they're like that. I believe it's genetic, a lot of it. Okay. I
No,
believe it's genetic, a lot of it.
it is genetic. I'm telling you, it's genetic. Listen, I've seen it all. I've seen women put their sons in private school, put them in sports, put them in college, and they still fuck up.
Yep.
Okay, so
Somebody got something going on in the background.
I don't know. I'm okay. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Hey, unapologetically critical. Welcome to the panel.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hey.
I was asleep, so I missed like half of this.
Hell nah. We was talking about, of course, our favorite subject, how dusty everyone is. Hold on, I gotta find out where that sound coming from because somebody phone rubbing or some shit. I mean, something happened. It sound like somebody is literally rubbing their clit real fast with that damn phone in their hand.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
I think
Girl.
somebody in the chat said white men do it too. I hope you're like memeing black men because
can y'all please stop? Okay, wait a minute. I'm not bringing the whole. My thing is the male species is the way that they are, and I'm not bringing all that to the panel. But my point is this: from what the woman was saying, I'm sick of hearing this. Well, the women are not doing, and the women are not doing. When is the responsibility ever going to be on these men? And it's not.
It's never
And
going to
the
be
thing,
on them. Ever. There's
See,
no
and
way you
they
can
can be
blame
so
black
wrong.
men.
They sit here. Not only do they mammy everywhere and mule, they even mule with the responsibility of just like they just stand in the way when someone is correcting him or coming at him. They just take their fat asses and they jump in it in the way with their arms out, causing disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy, let me tell y'all something to all the mammies out there. These niggas don't even want y'all.
At
facts.
all.
They
At
hate
all.
them. They hate them.
They don't even want y'all. Listen, the woman my children dad is with, I haven't met her yet, but children, they talk, right? He been with this woman sit down there, I say 3 or 4 years now, right? Why they call her the roommate? This is a woman that he's with and living with. They call her the roommate, and they tell me how big she is.
Damn.
Because she's successful, got money and all these things, and it still don't fucking matter. And these mammies, they don't get it. They don't get it.
I think Miss Pearl is saying the same thing you're saying. She says, I hate when they say women let things happen. I know it's true to some degree, and she put in quotation in parentheses mammies, but black men are fucking aggressive, and black men shoot a black woman for a stimulus check. I think she's saying essentially what you're saying.
Right. And those are the ones that they're shooting, my love. Because the smart ones, we stay away from them. We deal with them from a distance. As a matter of fact, some of us, we don't even go through that kind of craziness. Mammies go through a craziness with black men. Have you heard their relationships? Anybody ever have been friends with them?
They do, and then they turn around and pick on they shout in everybody else's face. Bitch, your goddamn enemy is in your house with you, motherfucker. You need to go deal with him.
Right. All of their problems come from the black people. And
they are
still
poison. Yeah, they're
stupid.
poison. They encourage you to stay with a man that's cheating and hurting you and abusing you. And no offense, I find this more with women from the 70s. I stay away from the women from the 70s because that's where the hardcore mammies come from. Oh my gosh. Like, it's really sad. And I just learned that, again, no offense, this is my experience. I'm born in the 80s. My experience with women in the 70s, the mammies from the 70s, oh my gosh, they're successful. They got it together on that. But when internally, it'd be all some other kind of mess with the men. And I'm just saying that, yes, the women who are the ones that are the gatekeepers of the pedophiles, as I said, are the mammies. They're the ones who let all this shit happen to us. They're the ones that kept this raggedy ass man, dusty ass man, uncle or whoever in the house knowing he was hurting the girls. Because you know why, y'all? Because women with sons, especially black women, they use their sons to do their evil deeds. You know, when women are getting followed in the street and stuff is happening to them, and believe it or not, it's mothers and these women that's encouraging these boys to do that type of behavior. And this is the resentment that a lot of these black men are talking about. They're talking to the mammies. They're angry at them. Those are those lazy, black women that's this and that they're talking about. Because the woman they want is the divester.
Yep.
So he goes to the mammy. Yes, he goes to the mammy and he tries to, these women are self-hating, this, that, and the third. All the while, he don't want that mammy. He wants the woman that's working out, that's looking good, that's a complexion he wants her to be, that's confident. He wants her energy to fucking destroy.
They want us.
Up.
They want people like us.
They don't look. You see how these women be looking next to these men in these videos? Every last one of them. It's like, was it Derek Jackson and the one who responded to Divestment? They look just alike.
They always look grumpy.
Girl, the one who came on here yelling with all that wind in the background.
Aminti, like, you going in and out, Aminti, for a second.
Oh,
wait,
shit.
Somebody was on here yelling?
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, somebody
Girl,
came
I was
on
sleeping.
here.
I couldn't hear what she was trying to say. I really couldn't because it sounded like
a mammy.
I don't know what she was saying, but Aminti is saying she was saying some mammy stuff.
Oh,
here's my thing about it. It's just like, oh no, go ahead.
No, I don't want to keep talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You passionate. There's nothing wrong with that. But yes, they've openly admitted to it. Like one of these men, and I found this out through a divested woman. Like they'll say, if you want to marry a black woman, ask yourself, would a white man marry her?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You love these men you hate so damn much that we need to be signed off by these men before you could ask a black woman to marry you. How dumb does that sound?
But see, this is what I'm saying. And Miss Divested Elliott, I'm aware you're born in the 70s. Please don't get offended by what I said.
I'm above the goddamn fray. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm intuitive. I can feel people get offended now. I'm not talking to the people in here because y'all not mammies. I'm not talking to y'all.
Let me tell you something, Minty. If you said, I know this bitch named Divested Zealot is a mammy, I still wouldn't hear you because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Ain't no way on earth. You can't offend me, goddamn it. I know what's going on.
but you do understand what I'm saying, because a lot of those women from that year bracket that I'm talking about, 69 to 81, really, but they have been so abused by men, and they're the same women that make so much excuses and defend them. And they hate the women around them, and they hate their daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they try to come and spread that around, that if you have some common sense and you talk to her, she begins to sound even more crazy as you talk to her. Like, do you hear what you're saying? What do you mean that they did rap music for money, so we got disrespected for money? What are you saying? What do you mean a girl needs to change her clothes when a man is around? No, he needs to not look at that little girl.
Yeah, they don't have the capacity.
Right. They don't have the capacity to understand these very little things. Even if you say to her, wait a minute, if it's the men who are women choosing, is it her fault that if she's in an environment where men are not doing nothing, is that her fault that she has that choice of men to be with? Where's the responsibility of the men to get off their ass and be better than what they are? He's grown like I'm grown.
They have no responsibility. That's the problem. And to the women who ask me, how would they know, if a white man would marry her, they think they know what white men want. It's very, very simple. This is why they get on these videos and talk down to us for who we are. Yes. Because they think they know what a white man wants. And they go after just that. That's the problem.
Right. They want to be what white men want, but they can't. So
exactly. These men don't have anything. And you know what? S. Melanie, she made a perfect point earlier. She said that these kids that these black men be trying to bring into the world are going to need the white man, work for the white man's companies and all this other stuff. So your kids are going to need the man you hate so much. And this is what I said to her. I said that the black community is an endless cycle of debauchery. And it is. It's an endless cycle of debauchery. They don't see what's wrong. And once when you try to point it out, you are self-hating.
Yes. Water Lily. I'm aware of that because the women from the 70s come from the mothers of the 50s and 60s, and that abuse and stuff was going on from those women. Yes. So it was a cycle of something going on there, because I saw a documentary back in the 50s or 60s where the men was like, yeah, the women don't submit and this. I'm like, these niggas still saying that shit? They still talk about that back in the 50s?
I seen that.
Yeah, y'all
They
want to
was
be
saying
submitting
the
to the white
same
man.
shit.
Yeah, the same shit. The white man, and he doing it. I'm like, yo, it's 2021. Am I listening to this again? Like, it's showing you the mental crippleness of this man. And they don't. That's why they sound the way that they do.
Yes, and the
Even
more
back then,
validation.
they were saying that when you if you want something better, like if you want to move to a different neighborhood that's better, have your kids go to the better schools, you had a black man that was telling, they was sitting back there with all them old ass afros and dashikis, all that shit, and he was saying, telling the woman that, oh well, you ought to not want that. You're not really down, you're not really about me if you want that. You trying to be like white people if you want better. I said
I hate when they do that.
these motherfuckers still saying the same shit from fucking 40 and 50 years ago.
Yes, there was a
They
black
retarded
woman.
as fuck.
There was a black woman that made a video basically saying we need to get used to seeing black women in luxury, because every time we see a black woman in luxury, you see a whole bunch of black men trying to bash her. And so she went on this whole video rant. And in the comment section, there was a black man saying, so let's start like this. You're not white women. Who the fuck
Who
cares?
cares?
We're
They
not
believe
trying.
luxury
See,
is
they think
reserved
we're
for
trying to
white
live.
women.
They think if we're trying to
Look,
live in luxury, we're trying to live like white women. And that's something that blows me like you would not
yeah,
believe.
it's a form of gaslighting with men. First of all, men are not. They're not really racist. They just do that so women can be in separation of one another. He'll talk. You understand?
Yes.
The whole Puerto Rican, the whole white, all that stuff is just so we can fight each other. But they don't really care about that. And that's what women have to realize. When he's saying that you're trying to be of something else, that's a form of gaslighting. Because that's some ignorant shit to say.
It is
We're all a
gaslighting.
we're in
We
a
also have to know that it's coming from a place of these niggas ain't shit. They can't afford that lifestyle. They can't even provide a safe space for their families, i.e., this little girl getting shot in Chicago. So when they're saying shit like that, they're trying to literally tell you to lower your standards by saying you wanting to be in the safe neighborhood, to raise your children safely, to have just a basic standard of life in a first world country that equates to
um
whiteness.
honestly, and not to sound harsh when I say this, it might be the best thing that those girls get the hell away from those families by being off this planet. Because they probably would have had a harder life being here with that family. You understand what I'm saying? I hate to
That's
put
not
it
harsh.
that
That's
way.
just a fact. That's not
That's not
harsh.
harsh. And
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah, I
harsh
just want
at
to be
all.
careful. We on social media. I want to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I want to be careful with my words because I could be direct. And
That's not harsh.
yeah, look at the situation with Miss Lil Micaiah. You know what I'm saying? Her life was already, it sounded like it was all convoluted and chaotic before she would able to be 18 and live in this world. What the hell did she have? I mean, if she was out there fighting and her father was there with her with a knife, that tells you what kind of life she came from. And she was in foster care.
I'm gonna
Exactly. And
take it to the next
to add.
level and just say, you know, if this is what you're bringing kids into this world for, to suffer, to die in pain, then they should never been birthed, brought into this world in the first place. And I
Yep.
said it, okay?
And
Because
I'm all for
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
understand when people are like, oh, they're anti, I don't even know if we can say this on YouTube, like anti-abortion or whatever. It's like, okay, what is the alternative? You're bringing up, you're giving birth to a child, raising them into an unsafe neighborhood. She only lives until she's 7 years old to be killed with 6 bullets. What kind of life is that? She should never been
Thank
born
you.
Because a lot
in
of
the
these
first
men are trying
place.
to trap black women with kids. See, they'll always talk about a woman trying to trap a man with a baby. But let me tell you, because I almost got trapped with a child. Like, he literally,
Yeah, they trap
it is
you. That's
abnormal
not
for
the
you to
truth.
ask me, am I pregnant that much?
That's the gag.
Yeah,
We
that's the
got
real gag.
we got
Hmm.
another L up here, so I'm gonna differentiate and say L the coffee master or just plain out L. Welcome to the panel, L.
Hello. Y'all can call me
Hi.
LG. You could just put LG.
Okay. All right. We'll call you LG.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
Elle.
girl. We waiting
Hey,
on you.
Hello. Okay, I just want to say I agree with all of y'all, especially about like the point. I don't know your name that you just made about, the fact that what kind of life are they having and it may be better that they're going. I promise you, I've been thinking that and wanting to say that for the longest because it's just the truth. I mean, because I just couldn't imagine, because I had a hard life coming up, right? But being in a whole foster home with your foster mother trying to bring some people to jump on you, that's just too much.
yeah.
It's just too much, and it's just kind of like, honestly, she is in a better place. If we gonna keep it all the way 100,
And
she's
you
in a
know
better
what?
place.
The fact that, I mean, you see people who are taking in foster kids, and you know half of these people are only doing it for the check. Now that this
Mhm.
girl has passed, because the whole situation is so ridiculous to me. This girl died because they were arguing over like chores or a dirty room. Are you kidding me? And then the
Right,
foster mom thought it was appropriate to call over grown ass women to jump a 16-year-old, right? And then now they're gonna be out here talking about a GoFundMe. Fuck your GoFundMe. I'm not
right,
donating a goddamn thing to anybody.
right, right. And
And let me tell you,
they're just trying to come up off that girl dying. It's just the dirtiest, grimiest stuff in Blackistan. Oh gosh, it just doesn't
and,
make any sense. But
and
yeah.
I'm on Makaya's side
And
because a mammy will make you want to take a knife to her goddamn
Hmm.
chest. She damn
Hmm.
Facts.
sure will. She got
Hmm.
that aura about her. You just want to haul off and be like Sonic and just with that knife and just dab. It's just I'm serious. They got an
Right.
energy like that.
Yeah, I
Right.
had to
Oh, you
I
are
actually had to
exactly
ban
right.
content from a mammy yesterday. I had to ban content from a mammy yesterday because it said black women. First of all, it wasn't from a mammy, it was from an acre, but he shared it and it was on YouTube, and I had to ban it from my algorithm because she basically was making all these voices and it sounded like the bitch was possessed, but she kept talking about how we take masculine behaviors into other communities and white men leave us and break up with us because we're being masculine with them how we do with black men. And the
Okay.
title of the
Full of
video,
shit.
Well,
she's going in on you black women. What?
That's them
What
pro
are they
black
talking about?
that's
swirlers.
not true.
That's them pro black swirlers that go marry a white man, then come back with they karate boots on, fighting for black men. I'll never understand those bitches ever.
Yeah. First of all,
Nah,
It's because
that
they
is
went for the
false.
same white man that they like as
you know
far as
why they
black
having
men. Like,
the reason why they're having a problem is first of all, people who are in interracial relationships. I don't know why I have an echo.
I don't know either. Are we on speaker?
I don't know why I
Mm.
have an echo.
Mm-hmm.
People who are in interracial relationships do not talk about being in interracial relationship. When
Mm-mm.
I see my interracial relationship family, I don't look at an interracial relationship. I see I see Bree. I see Crystal. You see what I'm saying? I see Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I see George. I, that's how it is. The fact that you're coming into the relationship as an interracial relationship is already racism in itself.
Yep.
Because you don't know about who's mixed inside of somebody's family until, of course, food is brought to the table and people are like, oh yeah, my brother-in-law is Polish. Oh, my sister-in-law, she's from Dominican Republic and she bought this. That's when you really see all of that come to the forefront in the family. That's people who live it though. That's people who actually have interracial families mixed and stuff like that to understand that.
That
These
it's
women
what
are
kills me with mammies because it's like she literally took time out of her day to do that. And my thing about it is, why the fuck do you care? Supposedly you're married to a black man, so why does this bother you so much?
because okay, oh, you know what? Y'all talked about that before. The mammy, see, this is what's really deep about her because I thought about this. Like, why does she care so much that black women don't want black men? Because there's some remember she's on his side of his debauchery and his bullshit. Because here it is. I got it. Okay. So if we say they say it's who we're choosing, right? So black women say, you know what, I'm gonna divest. I ain't choosing none of them niggas, right? I'm out of here. And that's like most of us, right? So now what's left? They're going to be left with all these men. So they're going to have to choose what? A good man. And the truth is, they're going to be still going through the same bullshit, if not worse, with them. So then what's going to happen then? But you have to understand too, the mammy is just, she could be just as a bum loser as him in the community. We forgot about that part. We forgot about the part of her that's a damn vampire vulture, emotionally to us. Some people, you know, even financially, people have gone through it with mammies as well. Even if she's doing good, I've seen women with good jobs, good cars, and still be asking their family for money. It's nothing wrong with asking your family for things. I'm not saying that, but we talk in terms of the mammy, because guess what, divested Black woman, once you walk away, guess who else you're walking away from? Her.
That's a fact.
See? You're walking away from her too, and you're ignoring her. Oh, this is your problem, Black women. Put not interested. Block. You don't even want to hit. She's gonna get treated just as worse as him, because you're gonna ignore her. You're not gonna be on her side. And that's really where it's really gonna get worse, because she's gonna see the karma of how she treated her own sisters, her own. You understand, the women in her family she's abused for all these years. Because her karma is already upon her. That's why she gets sick and all these different things. That's why she mad.
She get just as scared when divested Black women leave, because hey, they all yours now, sis. Do your goddamn magic. Let's see what you can do with them. And
go ahead and find you a good man.
Yeah.
Go get you a good man. And she knows the truth. She knows the truth of what they are. But that's why she fights so hard and tries to fight the women, because that's how she is in the patriarch. But that's what it is. I'm telling you, you'll see. They're going to be flipping out the most over this divested thing. You'll see.
Yeah, because
Black men don't really care.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Black men really don't care. They're just the grill master. They just like to flip and roll shit just because they just want to talk. They don't really care.
Yeah. And like more and more Black women are divesting every day. Now, sadly, it's not enough, but our numbers are growing. And I can see the frustration. I can see the anger. And that is why there are so many Black men that are coming to divestment spaces and either trying to shame us, fearmonger, or try to, the words that they use, accommodate us to come back.
Give me a second, JoJo. Your favorite, who's doing that, please? Let me know, because that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna work. And anybody that's been blocked, if you're not supposed to be blocked, I will unblock you before I get off of here today.
Is
your
that
favorite,
mammy?
put it in the chat who you're talking about, because that don't make no motherfucking sense. Now my horn's fixing to start showing around this bitch. Anyway, keep going.
You have a cash app, Miss Divested Elliot? I like to support, but I have to get it. I can support you through a cash app. I can't do the super chat. I can't figure that thing out for nothing.
Oh, it's tickering across the screen. That little ticker at the bottom is down there.
Okay, okay.
I'm waiting for your favorite to say something, because I'm ready to get my bitch mode on. If you blocking my supporters, hunty, I'm finna block your whole goddamn life. Go ahead. I'm just waiting for her to comment.
I don't want to talk too much. See, my world has been The Sims 4. Oh, let me tell you something, Miss Divested. Oh, you got to hear this one. This was on The Sims 4. I'm sure you know what that is, right? The video game, everybody. So one of my characters, a woman, she had a one night stand with a Dusty, right? And the next thing you know, he punches her in the eye after the one night stand. This is a goddamn video game, right? So another time, you know, they have different characters from all over on the game. Like, it's not always your own characters. My character has a one night stand with my other character is a prostitute, so she goes and, you know, do her thing. And this other, like, real dark skin guy straight punches her and beat her up. Okay? When he came to her to solicit for sex. I know that sounds strange. This is a video game. Anybody knows Sim 4 know what I'm talking about. And I said, yo, this is some shit that this is happening on my goddamn game right now. I was screaming on the phone with my friend. I said, oh my gosh, he punched her. He punched her in the face. What did he do that for? Why did he do that? He gave her a black eye. I just wanted to share that. I thought about you and that.
But that's reality. That's why it's so many prostitutes that don't want to deal with them, or sex workers in general that don't want to deal
Yes.
with them. Like, let me
And
tell you,
even on the game, I don't want to. My characters don't want to deal with them, even as
Yeah,
you know
mine
the
too. That's funny.
yeah, like they actually robbed a woman that they spent. So this is a real story. It's not my story because I never worked in sex work. No shade. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I have never worked in sex work. But there's a black woman who worked in sex work, and she was like, she had basically did like this dance for two men alongside a fetish girl. If you don't know what a fetish girl is, basically she looked like a child. She was very like, her body was very pubescent. And so these two men spent a lot of money on the both of them. And they went to the store was the club was closing soon. They went to the corner store before they went home and whatever. So these men, so they're buying stuff from the corner store. These two men who spent money on the both of these girls, a whole bunch of money, walk in and start throwing their stuff on the counter, telling them to pay for their stuff. So the black girl like, listen, I ignored them and I quietly walked out. That white girl that she teamed up with, little fetish girl, went crazy, started yelling and cussing. They beat her and robbed her for the money that they gave her.
What?
Yeah, they're terrible.
They robbed the stripper they spent money on.
They are. It's something
She had a short
in them.
haircut. They hit her in the head. She had a short haircut. There was so much blood on her hair that her hair was sticking to her head. They took all of her money and ran like hell.
See, that's why Corinne Steffens, when she wrote that book, she went in on all the black men. And I was like, what happened is the reason why she didn't go in on the white guys is because they paid her. Bill Cosby used to go through that. Anybody remember? He used to go through lawsuits because he wouldn't pay the women that's his sex workers. Before he had that case. That's what's his, yeah. Wouldn't give her money after she did her service. They are terrible.
Yep, and that same sex worker she usually worked at white clubs. But y'all remember I told y'all this story, like she went to a black club for the first time and it was blackout, what they call Blackout Friday. And all the strippers was leaving, didn't tell her why they were leaving. She just thought she was going to make some more money. They snuck down, flipped the breaker, and tried to rob all the strippers who was still there. And she was still there. She said she was holding on to her bag of money for dear life.
Oh my goodness.
Because they were trying to take the money for her before the lights came on. And those black women ain't worth not a damn because they could have told her something. They told her
and
nothing.
that's
Literally
what
walked right
this,
past her.
and that's the karma of the mammy. She's been a part of his debauchery, of his wickedness. You understand? So she's going to have to get the wrath when black women walk away from him. I'm telling y'all this. I'm speaking it spiritually. I see it because I see a lot of people like, why the Mary's going hard? Because she gonna have to feel that karma, boo. She gonna have to feel the wrath of what she has done too. You see what I'm saying?
Get it. They're gonna get it because listen, they're doing all this defund the police, right? But my thing is, it's so funny because they're saying defund the police. Okay, they're going to not be patrolling these ghetto ass, hood ass neighborhoods, and they're going to go patrol the white neighborhoods. They're going to pay for them to be there, right? Ain't nobody going to be patrolling these neighborhoods. These mammies is going to be living in all kind of foolishness. They're going to be the same people to come back and be complaining about how ain't no police in the neighborhoods. It's racism. It's this, that, and the third. But they're out in the streets talking about defund the police. I hope they do defund the police in y'all neighborhoods.
Yeah, let them. I'm out of. I'm moving. I'm like I'm almost there to get the hell out of Blackistan. Trust me when I tell you. But I'm gonna tell you, it's a good thing because it makes you see. Because now it's more and more of them outside.
Yeah,
one of my favorite YouTubers is in the goddamn chat. The
Hey,
Riddler,
Riddler,
aka the Mammy Slayer. Now I need you to click that link one goddamn day because you know what I'm saying. You are a serious voice of divestment, and yeah, it would be an honor to have you up here. Sorry for interrupting y'all.
I was just talking about her the other day. I love her.
You sure were.
Like she
Me
has
and you,
said, Oh, go ahead.
You and I were talking about her. We was just saying how sweet her voice is and how she don't play no goddamn games. And thank you for the super chat, by the way.
Exactly. And what I had watched was an older video, and I wasn't offended by her words at all. Solely because, like, yeah, I used to live that life. Like, yeah, I had Stockholm syndrome. I used to act like this degenerate behavior was 100% normal. She was speaking facts. You can't
Mm-hmm.
be offended when she's speaking nothing but facts. A lot of these black women think that this is normal. Like when that video came out about Quavo and Sweetie fighting. You saw a whole bunch of black women justifying it. You saw a whole bunch of black men say, "Oh well, that's black love. If she don't hit me, I don't wanna." What type of shit is this?
Welcome back, LG.
Hey y'all, my internet was just acting up. That's why I keep going in and out.
Your internet identifies as a black man.
Oh God,
Oh
Nacre
my
Internet
goodness.
Services.
Nacre internet.
You know, unreliable, always coming in and out at the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? Choppy, buffery. I could go on and on. But anyways, that was my corny ass joke, y'all.
Uh,
That was funny. That was funny.
mm,
You know, it's a beautiful thing, is what I have to say. That so many black women are walking away, because it's not just black men, it's just black women are walking away from so much that is not working. Nothing that's just not working. And it's a beautiful thing. And see, because people are talking, that means that it's really happening. And because the mammies are opening their mouth, that means that it's really happening. And they probably walking around in life and seeing it like, damn, black women really not fucking with black men or me. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Right.
when I was fence sitting, I had spoke publicly about the relationship that black men have with black women. Because, like I said, even though I was fence sitting, I was very aware about what was going on.
Hmm.
And a white woman saw what I had to say and reached out to me, and she was like, "Listen, you need to start dating white men." She literally said that to me, a whole white woman.
She probably was an
Hmm.
ex mud shark, and she probably knew exactly what she was talking about.
Is that? And
She,
she was a whole housewife and everything. She got a husband that take care of her. He travels for business, and she does nothing but sit at home. They don't even got no kids.
if y'all ever sit up and talk to a white girl that used to date black men, but no longer dates black men, you got an earful coming. If you can find one, get you some popcorn. The treats are real. Okay.
Exactly. Like she just literally, she had said to me, she like, listen, you need to start dating white men because that's not normal. That's not okay. Like the white woman, Casey, who was going in on Kitten Hills. She even identifies the fact that they hate us, and she kept on saying these men were raised by animals. She said, if a
Oh
man doesn't pay
yes.
for my food, clearly he has been raised by an animal. Like, excuse me?
That shit was funny as hell when she said that. I mean, I laughed out loud for real.
And they were in her comment section. Oh, you're racist. No, she's not.
Well, if
Other
she's
communities
racist,
see
she
your
racist.
debauchery.
I don't care if somebody racist or not. If say listen, a broke clock is right twice a day. If they're telling the truth at that moment, them being racist has nothing to do with it. So if a
mhm.
racist tell you that the sky is blue, it's blue. Even if they racist or not, they kill me with this bullshit and this nonsense. It's like, listen, it doesn't matter what their personal beliefs are. If what they're saying right now is true, deal with it.
They're not going to deal with it because they've never had to. We're talking about decades of baby and grown ass men.
Mhm.
Girl, it's
Decades.
so deep. It's like, you know what I've realized too as a grown woman? You know, one thing about me, I feed people. That's just the mother in me. I just, you want something to eat, here we go out to eat. I think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed that with these men is the little things that a woman would do, for a man in that community. It's like, well, it's like, it's always this. I hope I'm making sense right now. It's like, you think you're being a grown woman, you think you're just being an adult, but it's something in you that can always just feel like young. Does that make sense?
I feel you. I do.
Yeah, like it's like I'm a grown woman and I'm doing grown woman shit, but it's something about you that's making me feel young right now. or immature and not smart.
People
I
can
hope
bring
that
that
makes sense.
energy into the room. It makes sense. It's kind of like saying if you're in the room with a provider male versus a male that's hungry and ain't doing nothing about providing. The whole energy in the room is completely different. You can sit down and relax with some man that's getting it in and bringing in the stuff that you need. Somebody that's looking at you to get the shit that they need. It makes you feel out of sorts. At least it does for me. It makes me feel like, well, what the fuck are you here for if I'm having to provide for you? You can't fuck on me and then I'm hungry afterwards, motherfucker. That's not how life works. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, thank you for understanding what I
And
was
I was with a
saying.
whole Dusty that expected that. I was with a whole Dusty. The Negro literally said, if you move me into your apartment, I will pay the bills if you have sex with me every night.
That's a prostitute. He was trying to be a damn prostitute.
A lot of
I'm
them do
like,
that. A lot of
so,
them do
girl, he
anything.
was trying
They
to
will do
pimp you
anything
out.
just to have
Child, I
somewhere to
spaced out.
stay.
I didn't even
Yeah.
understand half the things that was coming out his mouth at that point.
You know what? See, here's a false thing that's being said too in the Blackistan community. They want to always holler the mother, their mother, the mother. Let me tell you something. I live in the Blackistan. None of these women are single. They always around some man. They always got some boyfriend. They always got some new man in their life. They never really home alone with their kids. Who's really single in the hood? Who's really single in
They
Blackistan?
all fucking each other. Blackistan is an orgy.
Yeah, they like these single. Oh, these single mothers where, sir? I'm a
Blackistan
single
is an
mother.
orgy. It's an orgy.
Yeah, that's a lie too. There's men around these children. These
Uh,
all these children are just raised around. Some people understand they are, but all these children, there's men around these children. These children are seeing things. These boys are seeing things. What are these people be talking about?
Because the men, they jump from bed to bed, vagina to vagina, household to household, apartment to apartment.
yes, yes, they have sex with everybody coming from somebody who lived in Blackistan Central. Like I knew this dude had a whole live-in girlfriend, had kids. First of all, he had kids with several women, but he also had kids with her and everything. Negro texting me in the middle of the night, "Can I come over?" No, the fuck you, no, leave me alone.
Some of those kids down the street from these mammies are their children's brothers and sisters, but they don't know it because that community dick gets around. It gets
Hmm.
around. And you wonder why you around here smelling like yeast and carrying on because you and that lady down the street fucking Tyrone that don't bathe, and you wondering why your daughter look like her daughter down the street because they got the same goddamn daddy, you nasty fuckers.
For real, and they won't shower. I'm telling y'all what I know. They will not shower. I literally watched my stepbrother do it. They will
They
not
don't.
shower. They will have sex with
They
a whole
have
nother
low
female
hygiene.
and go and lay down with you. Or they'll just wake up fresh in the morning, don't brush their teeth, don't brush their nothing. Don't brush, do not take care of no hygiene whatsoever. I almost said brush their dick. Don't take care of no hygiene whatsoever and will get dressed, go to your house and fuck you and ask for some head. I guarantee it.
With
Uh,
no
I
condom.
watched my
They're
stepbrother do it.
disgusting.
I watched my stinky stepbrother get up and go to some female house.
that's giving me acid reflux. Ugh.
I'm on
Especially
the
with you
Unnecessary.
being a
verge.
nurse too, knowing what you know. And
Girl.
yeah, like oh my gosh. I mean,
These
If
you're
you
not a
fucking
guys,
gynecologist, so
y'all,
yeah. Listen.
these people, I've heard so many stories. I was just talking to some people, and they were just telling me all this crazy stuff. When I was messing with these black dudes, I was like, one girl was getting, she got chlamydia and had a miscarriage,
yeah, chlamydia is pretty
and she
tough
didn't
on the
know dude had
fallopian tube.
chlamydia, and he was messing around with other bitches. And I'm sitting here like, you really need to protect not only your womb, you need to protect just your health all around. It doesn't really matter who you're messing with or whatever, sexually active with, but if you are going to be with somebody, I definitely be like, motherfucker, I need to see when last did you get tested, and I need to see proof.
If y'all ever are fucking around with a black dude, and I know some folks that's listening still do, that little black comb, that miniature black comb that's in his jeans pocket, That's because he's treating crabs. Okay? He's in the middle of treating crabs.
What?
Yes, that small black comb that's in his pocket. He's supposed to comb his pubic hair after he puts the prescription shampoo on it. So if y'all see a little black or a little white comb in his pocket, that motherfucker got animal kingdom around his dick.
Oh my God.
Just wanted to put that out there.
You really have to be careful. Like they were telling me all this stuff, and I was in shock. Okay, I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, and this girl she's had a couple of miscarriages, and it seems like it was always because of some dude giving her STI.
Women have become so out of tune with their body, their vaginas, and all these things. It just looks damn near retarded when walking into a hospital or the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying? What women go through. I mean, when I was young, I was, oh gosh, that echo. But
Drop
it's
down
just,
and come back in. That may be the only thing that fixes it because I hear it too.
hello.
I hear you.
I don't know how to drop down.
No, go out and come back in. Go to
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay,
panel and then
okay,
come
that's
back
what
in.
drop down. Oh, my bad. Okay.
Well, you know what, guys? Let me tell you about their rationale. About 10 years ago, I had met this snaker, and we was talking, and and we had been talking for I'd say maybe a month and a half. And I was like, hey, if we ever decide to do something, how you feel about going to get tested with me? And he was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm like, well, how do you know? I said, when's the last time you went to the doctor? He was like, oh, well, I just quit messing with my baby mama, and she's clean, so I know that I'm good. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah,
That's
no.
really what they do.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I was just, I quit messing with my baby. I just quit messing with my baby mama, and so I really don't need to go to the doctor, because if she would have had something, then I would have had it. I said, oh, okay, please don't talk to me anymore. Don't talk to me
Let me
anymore.
just say something. These motherfuckers have not been to the goddamn hospital since they got the fucking infant vaccines. And that's a fact, because so many of these people are just walking around here, have never been tested a day in their life, let alone going in for a yearly checkup.
Yeah, my auntie has never been tested, and she got around in her youth. She
That's
got
why they have
around.
they have strokes because they go all their life not knowing that they have high blood pressure, and boom, y'all saw what just happened to Black Rob.
Exactly, like my
Oh,
auntie.
that's how he
He had
died?
a lot of problems.
Yeah.
He had 4 strokes. He had lupus. He had diabetes and kidney failure. And all of that shit is from essentially not taking care of yourself. And I can
Yep.
Do
stand
y'all
his
remember
ugly
that
ass
song?
here.
Remember that one song he had? He said, I had a cigarette for breakfast. He was talking about being poor.
Mm.
That's you gotta be from the eight. You gotta be like born in the 80s to know that one. It was a Black Rob song, and the
What
first
he
line
say?
was, I had a cigarette for breakfast. In the first, and the whole song he rap. You don't remember that? Divested. He was rapping about how he was poor, how he didn't have nothing and shit. He all in the streets and shit with his
Girl, all
cigarette.
them damn ashy ass niggas say that. They all come from the same goddamn situation. They all are fucked up.
But for real, it's common not to take care of yourself at all. Like my cousin, I
They,
wish she would go to the hospital, and I wish she would get tested because she liked to have sex. Love it.
they,
And never with the
they.
same man. So I would love for her to go get tested, but
She need
she don't
to.
listen to me. She don't listen to me, so I have to just sit there and wait for something to pop up down there.
I listen. As a mother with sons, I'm gonna tell you something. They have this self-loathing thing that they're just born with. It's something in their genetics. I'm telling you, with Black men. And I'm brave enough to say it. A lot of Black mothers won't say it, but I will.
Yeah, it's
It's like,
definitely genetic.
yeah, I mean, there are times like I have one son that has a speech impediment, but he's gotten better with it. I had to get aggressive with him about it. And then the other one, he's super smart, but there's things he do, and I be like, and that's why when you have sons, I understand why women end up like studying men and everything. Okay, the echo. I can. This can't
It
be
may
me.
be it may be your device because nobody else is echoing like that. I don't think.
Okay, hold on. What about? Let me put. Jeez.
StreamYards is fucked up. It's just I don't think they're equipped to
Are you
hold
real
more than
close
four
to
people.
are you real close to like your Wi-Fi device? That might be it.
Let me move around something. Okay.
Because sometimes if you're too close to it, it can, make you echo.
Interfere.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. What I'm saying is that there's a self-loathing that they do, even as little boys. And if anything is presented to them, like I didn't really like that this mammy teacher decided to teach him about, like, when they was getting hosed and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like a depression of, oh, those evil white people did that to black people type of thing. And then it's just kind of this thing of like the white man type of mindset. You understand? Now I didn't do that to my son. Of course, I had to sit down and have a talk with him. But the mammy did that shit. So
Well, the
you
fact
you
that
I
we're
hope y'all.
leaving their sons alone, that's what's aggravating them. Y'all have to understand that. The fact that there's
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna be a whole bunch of motherfuckers out here trying to date their son, that scares them because they've been telling their son since they was 5 years old that they a ladies' man. Picture that, a 5-year-old
Mhm.
ladies' man. But everybody's scattering away and seeing what they really are, and them bear claws are coming out. Well, you're not better than you. It's you gotta ignore them, and then mace they ass if
That
they
part
get too
too.
close. They get too
That
close,
part
mace the
too,
shit out of
divested.
mammy. Mm-hmm.
I told y'all we got to get
Yeah,
used to saying that I am better than you and all that. You need to say that to motherfuckers. You do. When
You
motherfuckers ever
need
be like, "Ah,
to.
you think you better?" You know what? I am. Thank
you
you. I
are.
love
Yeah.
you. That's what you need to say.
When
Now
they
get
say you
now
think
Mhm.
you
get the
better,
fuck out
they
my face.
actually think you better, honestly.
Yeah, they do think that.
Yeah.
They the one that think you better because that's why they said the shit. So you need to just start agreeing and saying, "Thank you, I am better. I love you." That's what you tell
Mm-hmm.
them, and tell them to get the fuck on, not the THEE. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, divested, because I didn't mention that part too. That the mammies. So see, I don't want to get too deep into that, but of course they need somebody to throw their sons off of, because their sons are goddamn burden to them. So they need a woman to take their sons on. It doesn't matter if it's 5 different baby mamas, as long as she don't have to deal with him, because she had to deal with him since he was little. Yes, that's a great point.
Thank
Mhm.
you. Welcome to the panel, Miss Patricia. See, that's gonna be a trademark of my show. When I call your name, just wait a couple minutes before you say, "Oh, Patricia, you there?" All right, Patricia, we'll come back to you, baby girl. Go ahead, y'all.
Sabrina said some black women said Black Rob didn't like black women. Well, he didn't.
Mm-mm. If y'all ever seen his kids, it looks like his baby mamas were Hispanic. One of them may have been black because that person's pretty damn dark. But he liked exoticals, and he rapped about that too. I was
Mhm.
looking up some of his lyrics, and yeah, he like exotical women. He don't like you, mammy. So y'all can stop with the damn GoFundMe and passing out and flapping your titties all over the place because he died. He didn't give a fuck about you.
No,
Not
he
the
sure
And you
didn't.
titties.
Just
also
like they was
notice
doing
how
with DMX there.
you
Just
notice
You
like
know
how
they
how
was
they
his
doing with
act.
DMX.
Facts.
one of his
You know how they.
homies was literally trying to find his kids so they could be there when he died. And I'm
He didn't
like,
take
I
care
hope
of his
them
kids.
kids, you didn't take care of them kids. So why should they be there for you when you die? Bitch, move around, leave.
Mm-hmm.
Them kids, you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't giving them kids in the first place. You don't need to be there. They don't need to be there for you when you're dying.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, for real, they always want to be a father when they're dying. Like
Yeah.
George Floyd. how much time did he spend with his daughter before he died? Let's really talk about it.
None.
How much time did he spend with that little girl? How much money did
Nothing.
he spend on that little girl?
I
Probably
have a
just
memory.
Well, he was in
I
prison
didn't.
most of the time, y'all. Before that, he spent many years being locked up.
DMX. I
I am so
remember seeing
surprised.
him years ago, but I didn't meet him. But I saw him. It was a party. My family in the industry, they had a party. Um, and DMX is in the backyard. And he had that voice, that you know, that voice that he got. Like he really does talk like that.
Yeah, he
And
did.
I'm just like, yeah, he really talks like that and be barking and all that shit. And
Yeah.
I'm
That sounds
serious. And
schizophrenic as hell.
I had that. And I
seen him
remember.
talk in interviews.
No,
Who,
I've seen him in
DMX?
person. Is what I'm trying to tell you. DMX. I've seen him in person.
I agree with you. No, I hear you.
Mhm.
I'm telling DZ, like I'm agreeing with you because he really do talk like that and be barking and shit like you said.
I seen him moving around real jerky like, but I thought that was because of the crack.
No, he really talk like that. He really talk and be barking and shit. Like I seen him on some shit last night.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
and growling and shit. I was like, what?
That boy
He was
got
funny shaped.
schizophrenia.
Yeah, he was funny shaped to me. Like, you know how somebody look like, you know how people are disabled. I've seen this in Sagittarius men too, where they could be disabled, but they know how to walk and act a certain way that you don't realize that they have a disability or physical ailment. That's what he looks like to me. I hope that makes sense. Have you like?
Yeah, no, it
anybody?
does. It does. It makes sense. Yeah.
Somebody in
I've
the
been taking
comments
care of
section.
people with mental, emotional, and psychological problems, and some of the ones are like they call them high functioning, where it take a minute for you to figure out that they slow because something be off, but they kind of do know how to quote unquote look normal. But it take you a while to fucking with them for you to be like, oh, okay, they slow with something. I felt like someone right about them, but they know how to hide it at first. You know,
Child,
That's what I felt. I was like 13. I was 13 or something when I met.
Barking and shit. That's Tourette's around this bitch. Dusty, ashy ass Tourette's. Y'all, I can't with DMX. Yeah, I'm not doing that with DMX. I don't want to see him barking and shit. That sounds like Tourette's or schizophrenia, y'all.
Like the way
even his voice to me,
and his voice,
it feels like he makes himself talk that way because you could tell he has a heavy voice. But I'm just saying this from the perspective of a like a 13, 14-year-old girl that saw this. And that's what I felt when I saw him. Like something was probably so wrong or disabled or something. And it's like he was making himself talk like that. Because I met Noriega before too, and he does really talk like that rapper as well. Like I said, I family in the industry, so you know. And it was other people.
You met a lot of these dusty motherfuckers. I was just getting ready to ask you.
Yeah, I got the family is they're from a rap group, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, God damn.
I really don't know.
I have a nervous breakdown.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of them. Oh, Nori was like, he was talking about like up and down, like 6 o'clock. I just heard him say that, and I was like, oh, that's Nori.
What the fuck is a Nori?
Noriega, that artist.
Oh,
I wasn't
nicknames and everything. A minty child. She a hip hop head around this bitch. I ain't.
No, I'm actually a rock head, but I just know. I mean, shit. I was raised with my mother, you know, so I had to listen to that and stuff, you know. Though I like rock music, but what I'm saying is, with a lot of these men were dating underage girls. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Tretch dated O.J. Simpson's daughter. His young daughter is a black girl daughter that he has. ODB had a 15-year-old baby mother. Huh? By the first wife. Tretch was with her.
Yeah, by OJ's first. Yeah, his first black wife that he left Nicole.
He was dating her.
Nicole.
Right. That's the one he was dating. And then ODB had a 15-year-old baby mother. A lot of them was doing shit in the industry. So
nobody did anything about it either. Nobody did anything about it. That's the part that pisses me off.
because they don't care.
That's like with Russell
And that's why they
Simmons and
never checking
I
each
forgot
other.
her name.
That's why they never check each other, because they all do and believe the same shit. That's why none of them ever check each other.
Listen, don't make slow an excuse for a man dating an underage girl. That's not an excuse. Matter of fact, I feel that men who are slow are the most fucking dangerous people. They're the most wicked, actually. Them slow ADD and all them, those
Yeah,
are the most wicked
but
children.
no, they still be understanding, because a lot of the clients that I take care of that is slow, they higher functioning and they can go out and work and shit like that. They still be aware of what the fuck they be doing, and they still be knowing how to manipulate the fuck out of your ass. They ain't that damn slow.
Oh yeah, Prince too. We ain't gonna take Prince out. Yeah, Prince dated underage women as well. A lot of
I
them
didn't
did.
know
And
that.
Prince
I
didn't
did
like,
not
and
know
Prince
that.
didn't like black women. He did not like black women.
Oh yeah.
Look
Oh,
at all
that's
the
a
women that
fact.
he dated. And then look
I
how
didn't
he
know he
did
did
Marvin Gaye's
underage
daughter.
though. I
Look
didn't
how
know
he
he
did
did
Marvin
underage
Gaye's
Wasn't that
daughter.
though.
what about the girl from the scary the Spice Girls? Wasn't she underage when he was talking to her? Am I wrong about that? Oh, wait a minute.
Who?
Somebody just said something. I might be wrong. I'm wrong because she's a grown woman. It was somebody that just
Who?
said something. You, I think it
You
was you.
said
What did
what?
you just say? About
I said I was
underage. You
talking about
just
how
mentioned.
I said how Prince didn't like black women, and he didn't like dark skinned black women, and just the way how he did Nona Gay, Marvin Gaye's daughter. He was fucking on
Marvin
her,
Gaye.
keeping her behind closed doors. And then jumped
Well,
up and married
well, you
that
gotta.
little girl Maite when she was 18.
Yeah, but hold on. Marvin Gaye, don't forget, Quincy passed his niece. No. Who was it? Somebody passed a niece to Marvin Gaye. Damn, Divested, you wrote about it. Passed the niece down to Marvin Gaye, so he was already a sick fuck.
He
So I
was.
wouldn't be surprised if he passed his little girl off to somebody. Or
And then he was obsessed with his one wife, that one Janice, when she was 17, 16, going on 17. And he made that one whole album. And then that song, I Want You, all that shit he made about
That's
fucking, the
my
album he
favorite
made about
song.
fucking, that was about that his
And he talking about,
he was 17
wow.
then. Yes.
I always knew something was up with that song. Like he was like, I want you to want me too. And I was just like, well, what's going on? Now I know.
Y'all think
Wow.
about all of those songs that come out of the black community. Age ain't nothing but a number. You may be young, but you're ready. Keith Sweat. All those goddamn songs. What about what is that name? That ugly bubble lip 3 nigga group that came from they came from New Edition. He said
BBD.
backstage, underage, adolescent. How you doing?
How you doing? Fine.
Yeah, they all sing about fucking underage girls and grown women
Was
sitting
that
around here
Blackstreet?
popping their fingers. No, it was
BBD.
no, not them. BBD.
BBD.
Oh no, they always sung about little girls and something in the smile. That girl, yeah, I always,
You know,
They was always on some bullshit.
and they still are, and there will be no consequences because the black community does not change, y'all. So if you haven't got the fuck up out of there, we're talking about 3 different generations of people. We talked about Marvin Gaye, that's the 60s. Then we talked about the 90s with BBD, and currently you got rappers saying the same shit. As long as they're 17, 18 years old, they can manipulate them like that. They don't change. And this shit happened on the plantation too, since motherfuckers want to talk about slavery and shit. They was fucking little girls there too.
Yeah, I was 21 with a 40-year-old man off in my face.
No surprise.
All up in my face. And like I said, I've been groomed by black men from jump.
Well, I've
So
been
there was a
having
lot of
black men.
programming that I had to go against. There was a lot of
oh
programming.
yes, Drake
Girl.
gives me
There it is, Lady
not even
Posse. Don't give
pedo.
the
He
vote.
gives me pervert. He gives me pervert vibes. Drake. He gives me serious pervert vibes. Somebody said he gives a pedo vibes. I say
And he's
I mean-
ugly and funny looking. You know how some mixed
oh,
people just
you know
funny
what?
looking?
Black Obsidian, you right. Because in that, I was disturbed by that video he did where he was in New Orleans and he was supposed to be like talking to this girl that was still in like high school, like 9th or 10th grade. And he was like pretty much out of high school.
Yeah,
And he was trying to get her to
that.
sneak out the house.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
This
I
nasty
remember
ass
that.
community.
I mean,
All
the
these
way
motherfuckers.
the black community definitely is not changing. I mean, I told y'all before, I had this dude, because I used to take public transportation to school, and this guy was trying to talk to me, propose to me on the train. Y'all, I think I was 16 years old, but I told dude I was 14, thinking that he would back off.
That turned him on even more. Let's just keep it
Girl.
No,
real.
Yeah.
this dude was always on the train looking at me. I think he was a pimp, to be honest, because he was like always in the neighborhood and stuff. Um, like talking to girls and stuff. This one time I was on the train going to the Halloween store. He had a woman of his age on his arm, but he was just staring at me. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get the fuck up off this train. Like, this dude was insane. Literally stalked me, would come up to my job. Like, just ridiculous.
Girl, I'm glad you made it through safe.
Oh,
So
yes. I have no problem slitting
See,
somebody's
this is how
throat.
you know.
So,
You see, this is how you know there's no protection, because if that's my daughter, she better tell me if I don't feel something is going on first. You understand? Like, I know my vibes is crazy. I'll be like, is anybody following you? And I'm that kind of mama. But that just shows that that type of behavior, those men know who they can do that shit to. They know.
They
These
sure
someone
women
said
don't.
someone said so
Uh-huh.
many mammies passed their nieces and daughters off to R. Kelly. That right there is a whole nother. I could go on for another hour about him. Okay, and
I
how
cannot
a
I cannot
mammy
I can
bailed him out of jail. Really?
I cannot stand him.
Like,
R. Kelly is retarded. I believe definitely he did that to them girls, but as far as orchestrating it and putting the business of it together, nah, he had a team of people helping him with that shit.
Yeah,
There
they
well,
was,
sure
he
you
had
did.
a team
understand?
of people. And, despite what anybody has to say about Tasha K, when she did that, whatever, exposing his ass before they did that goofy ass documentary, because they had
Tasha
people
K
in
is
the
a mammy. I just had to say that. Keep
she is a
going. That's
She
a
mammy.
really
mammy right
is.
there.
She is a
She
mammy, but
is.
the
She
reason why I
really is.
said the documentary was goofy, because they had one of the moms on there who was knowingly giving her daughter to R. Kelly, crying and boohooing in the documentary. And I said, what is this? Like,
Mm.
what is this? This dude is illiterate. Dude cannot read. He cannot write. I don't know how he was singing this damn music. Like, but besides the point, yeah, no, it was a whole team, and I know she exposed that stuff when she was on her show, talking about the trial and all that stuff. He had a whole team, y'all, doing this stuff, passing off girls. It was like, it was a machine, essentially.
Yeah,
So
It's
this is
someone
insane.
said
contact time.
Tasha K is a mammy, but I respect her hustle. Well, here's the deal. A lot of stuff that mammies hustle on, they end up sacrificing other black girls. And I can't respect that kind of hustle. She sacrificed a lot of girls and their integrity so that she can, do her hustle, quote unquote.
and you know what? Black men rely on other people trying to coax you into stuff. Like, not long after I turned 22, there was like this 50-something-year-old man who worked at a factory, girl, teeth missing and all. And every day they would come by while I was working to get some food before they went to work because they worked the night shift. He asked me for my number every day. I was only 22 years old. He was in his mid 50s. And I simply said, I am too young for you. No. And he was like, how old are you? I said, I'm 22. And he was like, you old enough you said, are you grown enough to make your own decisions? And I'm saying no. And then there was a man who worked there, who had a second job there, but who also worked with that man on night shift at the factory, was like, so you ain't gonna do nothing strange for a piece of change? No. And why are you trying to make me do it?
Hey, young
That's
girls
it.
out there listening, that dick that they're offering y'all in their 40s is a gummy worm. It barely gets hard at all, even with Viagra. It's a gummy worm. You ever seen a gummy worm and the texture of the gummy worm? You gonna be playing with gummy worms all night long for whatever you trying to get from that dusty ass nigga. Okay, so
I'm
if you like
telling
gummy
you.
worms, do your thing.
And every time he
You
came by
see,
the drive-through, they kept on saying, "You ain't gonna give me your number. Why are you so conservative?" And it was another black man. See, the white people that worked there was a little off. Like they felt like it was a little off. And we working in a white neighborhood. And it's the black dude that's sitting there talking about so you're not gonna give him your number. No, I'm not gonna give him my number. He's 50. What? I think he was like 54, 55, and I'm 22 years old.
Yeah,
No.
Deacon Brooks, dick ass nigga. Deacon Brooks with the open toe with the fungus on the big toe, type dick. Don't nobody want none of that shit.
It's
Welcome
just
back, Bree.
no.
You see how everybody in the community, sorry, or sorry, in Blackistan, it's not a community,
Yeah,
in
you saw what she
Blackistan,
put. I was just getting ready to
yes,
say that.
facilitates this behavior.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
nobody blinks an eye. Everybody thinks this is normal. This is not fucking normal. I know somebody else mentioned this before, but it's like, if you really think about it, if Blackistan was, let's say, in the fucking Atlantic Ocean, the island, they would be lifting the black women and children out that bitch left and right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Human rights violated every single day in Blackistan, but nobody blinks an eye.
Yeah.
see, it. This is why I understand why the mammy starts yelling about the woman. So they got something right about what they're saying, but they don't realize that they're talking about their goddamn self, right? Because these men, right, as you know, this behavior, this perverted behavior, is not controlled. And I'm telling you, as a mother, it's ugh, my children are going, but my boys are going, but because I don't want to do it. But I'm telling you, this sick, perverted behavior, unfortunately, is Mel's nature. And it's worse with Tyrone. It's just very much worse with him because you know what? He was allowed to carry that sick behavior in the household. So he walks outside with that sick behavior. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somewhere he's doing that in front of his mama, his auntie, somebody to a young girl, and that woman not saying, leave that, don't you be messing with no young girls. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's not correcting the behavior. And I'm not trying to again put it all on a woman. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying the behavior is not being corrected somewhere. Oh, you
It
know
can't
what?
be
It's
though.
in
I
their
mean,
nature.
I was
Huh?
going to
Not
say
being
it can't be
corrected.
corrected. It cannot be corrected. It will not be corrected.
It's
Anybody that's
not.
still with me,
That's why I'm kind of stumbling
Right.
back and forth because I'm kind of
yeah.
saying like I got boys and I be seeing the shit they do and I just be like, oh my god.
And as they get older, they're gonna make their own decisions. And if they turn into Dusties or Minty, you're gonna have to let them be Dusty. You can't let them change your stance on what you think is right and wrong.
Girl, listen, I let them go. Okay, I let them the fuck go.
Every time I think about a mammy, I think about, do y'all remember that show Bates Motel with
Yeah.
Norman Bates?
Yes.
He was like a
Yes.
serial killer, and the mom knew something was wrong with him, but she coddled the hell out of Norman Bates. Like every time I think about mammies, I think about that show.
You
And
know
it was
what?
like, what?
That is the perfect analogy. Because she knew something was wrong with her son. And
And she didn't care.
she didn't
And
She
she
care.
made
she
up
was scared of
excuses.
being
And you know
alone.
what?
Think,
He killed her
mhm,
ass.
yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That,
He ended up killing her.
yeah, but that's what I'm
That
saying.
was the messed up part.
That's what the
Dang.
woman, but that's what the mother thinks that she can do. You know, you believe you can nurture it, you can kind of
Mhm.
tame the beast, but that's not the truth. It's not. That's not the truth. It's what they are in this in their nature. You laid down with Tyrone. You made this thing with Tyrone. This little human. This little. I don't want to say the other word. I don't want to offend anybody. D word. Okay. And you gotta let it go. You gotta accept the truth of what it is.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
there
and
was
like they think
always
they
like,
deserve like these men literally have the most inflated egos. Like now they're passing around a list.
What kind of
It-
list?
how can I say this? If she's always hungry, she gets no dick. If she makes less than $15 an hour, she gets no dick. If what else? If she's a single mom, she gets no dick. Like they are now making a list of requirements for us as women, and there's a pay requirement. The hell does
Because they're
monetary have to do with you, bro?
hypergamous. They're
Yes.
hypergamous
Yes.
bitches.
Yes. Patricia, is your mic working yet, sis? Nope.
Probably not.
Damn.
I make money
Yeah,
for
it's
me to
working. I
live.
got it.
Like,
I got it, y'all.
Okay.
I got it. Oh my God, y'all, I'm slow. I cannot do this technology stuff. I'm sick of it already.
What you got to add, sis?
I was just gonna say, look, I never thought I would ever say this, but it's time to breed those suckers out. It's like there's no point in even keep having them because they're gonna
Yeah.
grow up to turn against you. I never thought I'd say it. Never thought in a million years I would ever feel this way. I knew I was done with them, but to say breed them out, I never thought I'd feel like this. That's
Yeah,
all I
it's
got to add.
time. It's time.
It's
What is
time.
everybody waiting on?
It,
I
it
don't get
is.
it.
It's over
What,
with.
what you waiting on? If you
We need to try to.
planning on getting up under a Tyrone tonight and letting him dump that poverty serum into your pussy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I wish I would.
Because at this point, we virgin either Tyrone, Ashley Butt, or Mammy Junior, because the girls even coming up and they mammies are teenagers.
Yeah, every generation has their
Oh yeah, she
mammy
not
soldiers.
lying. She not lying.
Yeah, I call them mammies in training. Yeah,
Mammies in training, right?
Like
I
that
just
little
said Mammy
baby
Junior.
girl that was about what 6 or 7 years old. They had marching,
Yeah.
yelling, screaming to the top of her lungs with her face all scrunched up. Oh yeah. If they don't get her out of that now, oh, it's gonna be bad when she get older.
Too bad they're not gonna get her out of it because her parents is the one that put her ass in there.
It's a damn shame.
Told her to act like that. Told her to say that. Told her to be like that.
And you know the sad part is I didn't see her parents. I literally just saw her. That baby could have gotten shot. Let me tell you something. Around that time I saw that video of that baby. Let me tell you something. Kids was getting maced. Kids were getting hit with rubber bullets. I mean, kids was getting hit left and right with all different. These babies was going to the hospital just like these adults. And you had your baby out there. That is a baby.
Do you ever see white women with their daughters out in the streets when they were protesting for
Hell no.
the women's rights? Did you see
You
their
don't.
daughters pictured like that? Never.
No.
So
No.
why did they think that was acceptable to have that little girl out there? A little girl, she looked like
Oh, you
6
asked me
or
the same
7.
questions I had.
You never saw in the
Yeah, she
women's
looked
rights
about 6
movement.
or
I
7
would
years
love
old.
to see a picture of a little white girl equivalent to the foolishness that happened last year.
If it ain't Girl Scout cookies, you ain't gonna see them doing shit because they
Thank
they're
you.
not stupid like we are.
I literally I went to Target and saw a little girl handed out Girl Scout cookies. And her mama was right there helping her. She wasn't out marching and doing no. Her and her mama standing in front of Target. And I think the other one was her auntie. They're standing in front of Target selling Girl Scout cookies. And her mama.
That was Sun Girl that was echoing. I hit the mic for you. Sorry about that, JoJo.
That's okay. But they had that little black girl out there marching. Why? That is a child, and she could have gotten hurt. There are black women that had lost their lives and their babies while protesting for black men, and don't none of y'all care. We just sacrificial lambs. What type of shit is this?
Women got ran over. I saw the video. Women got ran over by horses. They were getting beat up by cops, being hit with sticks. It was terrible. It was brutal what was happening to those young women out there. The men were standing, the women were yelling, and the men were standing behind the women.
Oh
And
yes, it was bad.
on
It was
top
terrible.
of all of that, sorry y'all, on top of all of that, they were being sexually assaulted. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all.
At the
Yeah, like
marches.
that black girl that got murdered. She came out about her sexual assault while marching for Black Lives Matter. Or black male lives. Let's put it that way. She was marching for black male lives.
Y'all,
And
here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again, y'all. Miss Zoom is at it again. Miss Zoom, I'm gonna need you to click the link real soon. Ms. Zoom says, let me clear my throat. Well, white women did have their kids out at the Women's March, but they didn't have to worry about a bunch of armed police. You are exactly correct. Because guess what? Their men made it to where they didn't have to worry about armed police. Pretty much that's the end of it. So, in the event that black men make it safe for your daughters, have at it. But until then, keep your daughters at the house. Those armed police are their brothers. They not for us, and they're not going to protect you. They're for white women. That's why you need to get you an individual protector. Y'all put the link in the chat room for Miss Zoomification, please.
Hey Zealot, is this better?
You sound good. You sound excited too, goddammit.
Hey, thank you. I wanted to come up here and say something because you said something about that list, and I'm really happy they have that list because Mammy's lost the art of femininity, and really, sex is everything in nature has an energy, and so sex is actually the most powerful magical ritual you can practice. So every time these women have sex with like these stupid nakers that don't know nothing, they bring a chaotic energy into this world. So I'm glad they have that list. They're stupid. The women that don't want them realize that they want to block their energy field. They're not blocking anyone from having sex. They're blocking a bad field, a chaotic presence that they surround other people in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why the woman who came in yelling with the wind.
Son girl, turn your background off. There you go. You can finish.
Okay.
I wanted to come on here and tell a real quick story, but I'm gonna leave so we can let the Zoom lady, the whatever, the mammy come up. Anyway, I just wanted to tell a quick story because I was gonna leave this alone because my internet was being a naker. But I wanted to hop on to piggyback on something that was said a little bit ago where y'all were talking about how these women see the perverted stuff that their sons do. So quick story, when I was a kid, and my older cousin used to M-word me or whatever, right? Now, I talked about this on Discord before, but I was like one of those people that used to, well, I am rather one of those people that block out traumatic events. So the only thing I remember is just little stuff, not really anything severe. You know, we just don't assume probably something else happened, but I don't even want to think about it. You know what I mean? Anyway. But I remember I was a little kid and I was in the hallway, like in the house or whatever. And he was like, stopped me in the hallway and was like trying to pull down my pants right there, standing in the hallway in the house now. We're not in a room or nothing. Tried to pull down my pants. And then he was trying to, like, I guess, rub his, you know what, up against me, right? His mother, my aunt, his mother, was standing behind him watching him, right? So I'm like a little kid. And see, I think this is probably part of the reason why I didn't tell people about stuff and stuff like that either, because it was damn near like it was normal or something. But anyway, so she's standing behind him looking at him. And then I guess maybe he finally sees me looking at her and he look up and turn around. And she just pretty much told him to stop and just everything carried on like it was nothing. Like he was just pinching me or something, or like taking my toy or something. He just like told him to stop and just kept on going like it was nothing. So it's like they see this stuff that their kids are doing and just letting it go on.
How old are you now?
I'm 35.
Okay, you need to go beat the brakes off your aunt.
Well, she died a while ago. Breast cancer. She dead.
She's pregnant, and she sit there and let that stuff happen.
Yep, and she got her karma.
I know, right? Yeah, she passed like a few years ago, I think. I don't know, but he's still living.
Jesus H. Christ.
That's why when I heard about that story about those men raping that 10-year-old little girl, it really hit me hard. Because this is something that stays with you for the rest of your life. You know, you can move past it and learn to live. But the point is, it's always there. and she had nobody looking out for her.
Right.
And it's a very heartbreaking thing when you have to come to that realization. It's a very heartbreaking thing when you have to come to terms with the fact that this happened because nobody was looking out for you, and nobody had like looked out for the warning signs. Like my stepbrother, he has a son that is perverted. So what my mom do? My mom had eyes on that little dude every time he was at our house. My mama had eyes on him at all times because he was perverted. Because even though I'm a grown woman, he tried to leak those perversions out on me. I swear, would try to come upstairs when I'm getting dressed so he could see me naked. He would try to shut the door and play with my little brother. No, you can't do that. Not in our house.
That's sick, man. I'm
She didn't
telling you.
ignore his perversion. She kept an eye on him. And that was only because she didn't have it in her to kick an 8-year-old out of her house.
And that's what she should have did and sent him off to his damn black ass daddy where he belonged.
His daddy didn't have no house. Where was he gonna go? They were both been on the street.
So what? Let him go on the street with him. That's my
See, if
point.
my mama was cold enough to put that 8-year-old outside and call the police and say either you come and get him or he freezes outside, that's the only reason why he wasn't out there. Because my mama didn't have it in her to kick an 8-year-old boy out the house. But I was ready to do it. I said I have never wanted to beat a child so bad before in my life. He was the literal spawn of Satan. I swear I'm not kidding.
They are demons.
And he had a mammy as a mother. She never disciplined him. She never disciplined him at all. You know who got disciplined? His older sister. When she didn't want to babysit. She literally beat that girl within an inch of her life because she didn't want to babysit. I swear I'm not kidding. She hit that girl so hard that there were still bruises on her face weeks later. Her
And
face
that's
was
why
still
mammies.
swollen 2 weeks after the beating.
Yep. That's
He
why
had a
mammies
baby
are going
for
to
a
feel a
mother, and
karma
he was
too.
the most unruly child because of it.
Mm-hmm. And what do these apes always say? Oh, it's who raising these kids? Who raising these kids? They blaming the mammies. That's who they talking about.
Elle,
They talk about them.
I appreciate you coming up, Elle, and sharing your story. I had to mute myself real quick because the snowman was standing here talking to me. And I didn't know what he was fixing to say. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming up here and sharing your story. And I hate that that happened to you. Let me see if this is Miss Zoomification. Is this Miss Zoomification?
No, it is not. This is not a mammy. Sorry.
Up.
Girl, don't say that dumb mammy. You know the mammy's not gonna call in. Why are you even asking that?
Because the mammies are hardcore and they always got their fist balled up and they swear they can, dust everybody the fuck off. No pun intended. So I'm
mammies are actually pussy because they'll have a problem with you, but they'll do some passive aggressive ass shit instead of popping off. Come on, y'all know mammies is pussy, just like them nakers that they love. Come on,
I can vouch for that 100%. I can vouch for that.
She's
never gonna you can invite them all you want to. They not.
I don't think Miss Zoomification is a mammy. I think she may still be straddling the fence because what she's expecting is for Becky's man to go ahead and give her the same shit that he gave to Becky, but instead of holding. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't owe you that. Your individual man owes you that, but them as a group, they're not going to give that to you because you're not their responsibility. So the fact that white women are safe at protests and you're not, that's because her man did what he was supposed to do and Tyrone didn't. That's just the fact of the matter.
Exactly. Literally.
Well, nakers and mammies both hate femininity. Have you noticed that April
they
calls
get
you
mad
soft?
at you for wearing high heels? It's crazy.
Yes, I noticed that. They'll call a woman soft. They'll be like, oh, she's soft. And that's a lot of resentment because they don't like taking care of women and children.
And bitch, I am a woman. I'm supposed to be. The fuck is you talking about? And then then mammies will go on this rant talking about they'll be soft and dainty for a man of another race, but they won't do it for black men. No, why?
There's a Naker in the chat, by the way, if you notice.
I don't know who the Naker is, but Miss Zoomification, baby girl, you calling us dumb from the punk ass bitch area of the room. You know what I mean? You could have came up here and said that we were some dumb bitches. You could have came up here. They shared the link. So
Can I
and
just say
then
something real quick?
wait, hold on. If you don't think we have reading comprehension skills, the thing is you're giving us more shit to read, so that makes no sense. And I just said that you were not a mammy. I think you're a fence sitter. But now, fuck what you think. I tried to be nice. And do what you do, baby girl. You're welcome to come back here after an 8 dusts you off and you feeling some type of way. And you'll be welcome with open arms because I know what I know how this shit goes. I love you, baby. Anyway, go ahead.
Here's what's killing me. What the hell y'all so afraid of? For the mammies that's listening and not typing in the chat, what is y'all so afraid of? We're not in person. Ain't nobody finna punch you in the face. It's a literal conversation. She is nicer to the mammies that come into the chat than she is these niggas that come into the chat.
That's how it always is.
Because I guess that gives you a safe space to come here and talk. What is you so afraid of?
Divestors are punk bitches. Divestors are apparently punk bitches that can't read and they're also self-hating. But the fact of the matter is my husband rules over your motherfucking brother.
I got a book collection of like 300 books by.
Is that like it really kills me because ain't nobody finna hit you. We're not in person. It's a literal online conversation. Nobody has your picture or anything like that. So you know that your argument has no, so either one, you're scared, or two, you know damn well your argument has no merit. You know it just like we do.
The argument has no merit because divestors are actually more savage than mammies because we realize that we're trapped. The gay nakers want to call you a cisgendered female and the nakers want to call you female. So both of them hate your guts. You don't have a friend.
Welcome to the panel, Young Rising. Jump in whenever you can.
Hey, there's an echo in your guys.
Oh, I like Young Rising.
Hey, yeah, there's some like echoes going on. You might want to fix.
Okay.
I think it might be me. Is it me?
Am I still
echoing?
I still hear the echo. If you're not talking, put yourself on mute if you're not talking.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool. It stopped. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and add to the conversation about the lion. I think about this a lot for a little while. The animal that perfectly represents Black women is the elephant. Nobody fucks with the elephant. Not anybody in the animal kingdom. She is number one in the big five for a reason. That is because she will trample you to death. If you mess with her children or her family, she will trample you. She is the most highly respected entity in the entire animal kingdom. And I relate that to Black women because I'm going to tell you why. When it comes to elephants are always being poached, endangered. They're always being abused for their natural resources. So elephants naturally have ivory trunks. And so poachers will take their trunks and then create products with it. So we get like fake dentures, we get necklaces, we get like swords. You can do a lot of things with ivory. I relate that back to Black women. Black women are so innovative and we create so many things. So people like to steal our ideas and use them for whatever they want to do. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. I was like, we're kind of like elephants and people look up to us. And if you fuck with us, you do get your ass whooped. Because I don't see too many Black women just getting beat up by other bitches. So that's
wow, you're really smart for connecting that.
Thanks. I just thought it was like it's the perfect figure because the elephant is so motherly and Black women are motherly, whether if we're doing a great job at it or not. We are. So I thought that was interesting since we were comparing animals and stuff.
Yeah, that's an interesting connect. I appreciate you for coming up. Welcome back, Bree.
Yeah, no problem.
Sitting here waiting on somebody to come tell me I can't read. I guess she's not coming.
No, she's not coming, and I don't understand why she's not coming. I will never understand this. For the man to come in, for what? Nobody's being confrontational with you, and you literally don't want to come and have a pointless argument because it's pointless.
It is. It's really a dead horse. Hell, the animals getting shot out. We got dead horses. You got apes. You got lions. We just had some elephants. Well, crikey, goddamn it! While we at it?
There are so many powerful animals in the animal kingdom. And they always talk about that lion, but it's like so many other, like the goat is a very powerful, like that's my favorite one. The tiger is a powerful animal. I mean, the animal kingdom is to me is just beautiful to just watch and see how humans are compared to the animal kingdom, if that makes sense to anyone. But
Wait,
do you know that the crocodile, she can swim anywhere, but she doesn't have the same baby father. The same, like, she only has. Did y'all know that? Seriously, she doesn't have the same one.
no,
She does
but
not keep the same man. But the alligator, she keeps the same man, and she sits docile in the water,
but you
and she just has a bunch of babies.
when it comes to alligators and crocodiles and stuff, and I thought this was so interesting because I was watching National Geographic the other day. When alligators are in a lake with sea otters, they will die. Sea otters, even though they're smaller, they like to team up together and they eat alligator flesh. It's the most amazing thing ever. You would think the crocodile would eat all the sea otters, but in fact, they will all attack the alligator and eat him. It's so funny.
Did you know that sea otters also rape?
Y'all echoing again.
What'd you say?
Did you know that sea otters also rape?
No, I thought that was just dolphins.
No, it is dolphins and sea otters. Like a sea otter actually drowned a dog and raped it to death, literally. It heard the human whistle for the dog, and it mimicked a whistle to call the dog to the water.
That's interesting.
Y'all, I guess Miss Thing ain't coming. So I'm about to drag and do my thing. I'm fixing to re-narrate this video. And then I'm fixing to go downstairs and chill. Chill. Anybody got any closing remarks before we go?
Yeah. We're the best and we're the most important animal on earth. Always know that. That's that.
Okay. If you are a nanny and you're listening right now, we as divested Black women are better than you.
Period.
And I wanted to say that sex is very important. It is a ritual of a life cycle. Do not just have it with anybody.
Agreed.
I just want to mention, I do understand that Black women are very motherly and caring, but we do need to be a little bit cold-hearted. You have to think as a monarch, you need to be very cold-hearted, especially if you want to have kids and you want to have something to pass on. If you look at these, the royalty in England, they didn't give a damn about nobody else so long as they were able to continue their line. You need to be really cold-hearted in these streets.
Yeah, I agree because they're cold-hearted to you.
And a sis said it in the chat, stay away from Glocktavius.
Glocktavius. Glocktavius. Anyway. So, going once, going twice. Anybody else got anything?
No, I just want to tell everybody.
I just want to say that the only reason why Nakers think that they're kings is, first of all, lions are lazy as fuck. Only the female lions are the actual hunters. So I think that's why they call themselves lions, because they know they don't do shit.
That's what we said in the beginning. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I even wrote a comment about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's so obvious that they're just, like, that's just what the fuck is going on. And I also want to say, like, the ladies that share their stories about getting M-word by their cousins and all this, like, dumbass shit. I'm not trying to get your show shut down, but all I'm saying is, ladies, there's police stations around us and there's applications for us to get what. so that we can protect ourselves. Because honestly, if I hear another fucking story about this shit, y'all gonna have to bail me out. Because I'm not fucking playing with these niggas. I'm dead ass tired of hearing those fucking stories. Not because I don't want to hear what you're saying. It's because it's just like, what the fuck is really going on out here? Like, I've never been in so. I'm only 22. I've never been in so much shock that every single woman has been molested by a fucking naker. Like, are you dead ass right now?
Yeah.
And then these old bitches, they know what's happening and they don't do shit about it.
What's your name, talker? That's on the phone. Yeah. What's your name?
Two M's.
2 M's. I get extremely angry with older Black women. I'm not gonna lie, because they know about this shit and they refuse to change it. So I feel you on that.
It's absolutely disgusting. And for the mammies, they make me laugh, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to say about the mammies, because that's like delusions of grandeur right there. They're more delusional than the nakers that they're sucking off, like dead ass.
I agree.
And
100%.
then the fucking people, and then these people are defending these niggas got guns. They're trying to fucking kill people. And then the little girl that has those fucking beasts attacking her, of course she's gonna get a knife. You got grown ass bitches trying to fight you. What the fuck else you gonna do?
Yeah.
Y'all trying to make sense out of Blackistan when there's no reason. There's no reason. They just gonna bring passion out of you because you're confused and you know what the truth is. So there's no reasoning. There is no reasoning.
I had a girl today tell me she got jumped in Macon by like young bitches, like 18-year-old girls, took all her money, her purses, and everything in the middle of the night. I feel bad for her because she came in the salon looking fucked up.
Oh, wow.
See, because they're raised by these fucking mammies and these fucking naker fathers that ain't doing shit. So now they gotta go commit crimes and act like a fucking idiot in the street.
We need to talk about this more because she told me they pulled a gun out on her. And I'm like, where the fuck
they're getting it from the nakers they fucking, that ass.
Yes, they make masculine us. Because I'm married to a white man and I have a kid and it's not a burden. My kid is happy all the time. It doesn't make sense. They're masculine.
Y'all comparing apples to oranges because it's two different worlds. Just step away. Divest and step away. You'll never, ever be able to make sense of none of this shit, y'all. And we'll talk about it more. But anybody else?
I just want to tell everybody, this is El Devereaux, your coffee connoisseur.
Hey.
And I just want to tell everybody that I love you guys. And if you need to talk or need any business information, hit me up. And if you fuck with me, then I fuck with you. And if you fall off the mattress, I will definitely see your ass in the spring. I'm out here. Audi 5000 G.
Bye, girl. Anybody else before I talk shit?
One last point between the animals, because I was thinking about this again. So when lions lose to another lion, they get castrated. So I think it's time for us elephant women to trample these niggas or let the white man castrate them.
I'm a join Zaddy. I'm joining Zaddy.
Y'all get off my panel.
Okay.
I love y'all.
Meet y'all in Discord.
See you then.
All right. Good night,
I'll put
ladies.
the info down at the bottom. Good night. So before I get up off of here, let me just say this. If you want to be passive aggressive, that's your thing. What you're seeing right now is the video I showed in the beginning. And the fact of the matter is, these are your men that you're so upset about. They can't live without you. And it's up to you to make them respect that if you're still interested. We over here are not fucking interested. So if you want to be upset, you have to turn that anger back to your men. They are the ones that fail you. They are the ones that are crying because they can't get certain things. And you're getting upset at everybody else for not giving it to them and not upset with them for not taking it. It's weak. It's pathetic. It's been going on for way too long. And I'm honestly sick of hearing you mammies too. I've been done with Dusties, but I'm going to be honest with you. You mammies being their mouthpiece is becoming really, really annoying. People are saying some true shit up on this panel. And then you have to throw in there the little microaggression. Go to Tyrone and do the microaggression because we're not here for it. We're done. We are over here having tea time. That's why my avatar is sipping tea. We're having tea time. We're roasting your men for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You see the pick-me cat that you're seeing? That's what the fuck you look like. He's leaning away from you, not trying to hear anything you have to say, and here you go ready to eat his ass up for breakfast. Honey, you look stupid as fuck. That pick-me cat is saying what that dick do, though, when he can't even feed him goddamn self. You motherfuckers are terrible. It's annoying. Stop it. Okay? I'm sick of it, and you should be too. It's not going to get any better. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to get ate up with the rest of the Dusties because they are going up in smoke. Period, point blank. The fight is over and your men have lost. Have a good day. I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming out.